Hold on a second. I think we're having some technical difficulties, as we always might at the beginning of the show. We're about live. Hey, we're live now. This is the Phil and Jon Zone, night number 3. We're really glad you could stop by and see us. Special guest tonight, starting off the night right away, is our good buddy Pete Jive from Naperville area. Pete Jive is a Chicago musician, writes and sings some beautiful, wonderful songs. This is the very beginning of the show, so we'll see how it goes. Looks like it's running smoothly right now, from what I can tell.
Also plays in a band called JDR and the Broadcast. That I've seen him.
How you doing today, Pete? Looks nice where you're at, bud. You're outside.
Yeah, I'm doing great, feeling good. It's nice to be outside, and it's well into the summer, I'm guessing, so feels like it.
Might as well be. Sun's a shining. I think that's all that really matters. You know?
You can come by for 15 minutes, Pete, and sit in my yard. Your chair can be way over there. Chester can run around.
I'd love to. I just got I've been missing you guys because I got my camping chairs out, and I've been putting them on the porch and sitting outside, and one of the chairs that I had the dog sitting in has Chester's name written on it with an arrow. You know?
Nice.
You've been out there for about 5 hours today, gardening, and got some barnwood yesterday, so washing it and sanding it lightly.
You growing anything new?
What?
You growing anything new? What do you got going out there?
I got my first radish today. Hey, yeah. I don't eat radishes.
You don't eat radishes, though. They're kind of that's kind of an acquired taste for sure.
I grow carrots too, and every time I do, it's thinking you, Pete.
Do rabbits like radishes?
Oh, I bet they love radishes.
They're both planted in the same section. We have no rabbits in our yard, and I can look out off my deck and see the neighbors with rabbits, big rabbits. They don't come in our yard.
Rabbits. I always think of Bugs Bunny. I like Bugs Bunny.
And I really like these. I like the Hartford streams, and that picture that you put up, John, the other day reminded me of every night during the headlining set. I would walk back at least twice, if not, to come and check up on everybody up there by you and Phil. And that was always one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, we should all be sitting on that hill right now, actually. Getting ready to see what Phil's cooking for dinner and showing off our artwork at our booths, man. I tell you, that's where we should be.
I put on some Italian.
Right where we're supposed to be.
This is true. Working. Actually, that's where we actually should be right now, is right where we're at. Is at home, doing our thing from home, making our best to be safe, and, you know, it's just too soon. That's what I think I did hear Vince say the other day. It's just too soon, so let's stick it out and see what happens. There's a show you can watch on Friday nights now.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And how much more Hartford is going to be streaming?
All night. Right now they're streaming the old. It looks like Michael Cleveland and Flamekeeper streaming right now over at my Tall Tripod on YouTube. And it'll be going all night. I'm not sure exactly how it's working yet, but it looks good. It sounds great. You know.
Yeah, it does. I remember that that Billy Strings set the first time I heard him. We were sitting in the back, and all I kept remembering was that, I don't know, we were high as kites, but we just kept trying to figure out if he was singing about meth.
He was.
Yeah, I know.
He has a half dozen songs about meth. Yeah, basically had an interesting childhood, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that was a good day.
Tom Harmon said he put pants on for this, and he's going to take his pants off now. But do we really want Tom Harmon to take his pants off? I'm not going to send him the link to the chat. Just to be safe, I won't send him the link.
Yeah, we had those good pictures for a couple years there with Dan Andre and his mom Andy.
Oh, we love the Andres. Dan and his dad named Dan too?
Is everybody Dan?
Pretty much. Andy.
I missed that family.
Yeah, that's a good family.
I haven't seen Andy. Andy's, last time I saw her, she was playing some mean guitar too.
Right.
Yeah, she started taking lessons, and then she was really taking off with it, but I haven't spoke to her. Maybe they'll see this.
Be nice. I don't know. I encourage people to share it if they have an opportunity to share through their own Facebook pages and whatnot. Share it to the world. Give it to your groups. Share in a group. Send it out there. We don't really look. We're not here for viewers or anything like that. We're just here to have a good time. And but we appreciate all the attention, I suppose. Whatever. There's Netta. Hey Netta, welcome to the room. My good friend Netta Trone. And Lizzie Means just joined the room too. Just Netta says, "Hey all."
Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Keep looking that way because I saw my onions burning on the stove. Hey, honey, are you around?
You better go check your onions. I'll ask Pete a few
I
questions.
have to.
All right.
So how would your show turn out Tuesday night, Peter?
Good, man.
I hate that.
It's been fun. I played all Dead songs or Dead related songs.
And see, here's the thing. Right about 10 minutes before it went on, I went to the store.
Yeah.
And I got home after it was over, so I had to watch it from the comfort of my later on situation. I couldn't interact, but it was good.
It seems like that, it's nice that you can watch them later like that. And it's really funny how I was the main person that I knew that was against streaming leading up to all this.
Well, it's amazing, and they're recording all of it, and they're keeping it all. It's all going to stay there for a while, so it's kind of like a radio show that you can go back and listen to again. I mean, I just get pumped by it.
I delete the ones I don't like.
Yeah, you can do that too. You have control over if it's just wasn't feeling it that day, and then just click it, gone. Nobody sees it again.
Yeah.
I had a Pete Jackson on last week. You were supposed to be on. You were on for 2 seconds.
Pete was our guest 2 weeks in a row. If you were just tuning in, this is our guest Pete Jive from up north of the Illinois area here, and he was our guest last 2 weeks. 2 weeks running. You're the only guest that's been on the show all 3 weeks. Although the last 2 performances were very short and but very sweet. Or appearances, we'll call them.
Next time you come over, I'll have pop stickers for you.
Well, you always say that, and then they're never there.
Give me a heads up.
See, now that's the thing. I've heard that before.
Here's your heads up now. Throw them in the freezer.
If you don't get that.
No, because we like them and we eat them too.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm well aware of the pattern we've been going through the past handful of years.
I like what you just showed there, Phil.
What?
Yeah, Phil's in the rock painting club, man. Quarantine rock painting. I'm at Phil's right now. I'm just smaller.
That's a solid way to hold it down, man.
Yeah, I'm almost done with the Phil and Jon Zone album. Custom album.
Oh man.
For a loop and going to get all that barnwood yesterday, but it was well worth it. A lot of good signage, a lot of work. But fun.
Justin, if you're having a hard time, go back to my page and on the John Griffin page, and it'll be right there at the top of the page. The link will be there if you need to do it. If you share it, I am having a little contest tonight. If I can go back and I can document the shares, because I can see who all shared it the other night. And whoever shares it tonight, somebody's going to get a prize of some kind. I'm going to send out a package.
Hey,
let's give away a surfboard sticker. I just got those. I still got to unwrap all of them.
I will throw in a surfboard sticker. I got some John Hartford stickers and posters and hell, even maybe a painting. I don't know. I got all these paintings behind me, and there's starting to be no room left in the room, Phil. So I'm going to have to start shipping them to people.
Yeah.
Well, I got my my John Prine print. I love that.
Oh, thank you
so much. It's ready to be framed.
So only got a couple of those left. We got a good response. Yeah.
It was so cool watching that happen. I remember with the shading on the left eye, or that light kind of looks like a lightning bolt or something, but it's just a shadow, right?
Yeah, it's just a shadow. It's that old black and white photo.
When I was watching the stream, when you were painting that live, that was one of the first things you had on there, and it was just abstract as all get out, and I was trying to figure out how, and then I think it was like a few strokes and his face showed up. So yeah, I love watching that. That blew me away. So that was cool that you were doing that too.
When you do the live art, it's kind of like a show, and you kind of have to save some for later because you can blow it all at once. I set up with Cody one time, and by the third song, I was like almost done with the painting. So I try to stretch it a little bit through things,
Yeah, maybe do something where you limit yourself to 15 strokes or something, and you make a picture and you make one stroke per song,
There is a type of painting that's like 6-stroke painting or 3-stroke painting where you can only touch it 3 times to the canvas.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. Did you tell me about that, Phil? Who's doing that for it this summer?
I don't know. You could have a big fan-wide fan brush with fine tip. Yeah. You know how to use those fan brushes.
I'd love to see some of that.
I just was using it today. I did a birdhouse. This girl next door wanted a birdhouse.
Where's that? Is it dry? You got it? Show it to us.
What? It's in the yard.
Let's see it.
I'll go get it on.
Well, when you take a break or when you go pee or whatever, go get it then. Pete, our good buddy Pete Bocek just joined the room. I could tell about 7 Pete Bocek stories. Well, not live, but I could tell a bunch of stories.
I don't have any whiskey, but Pete, here, cheers.
We love Pete, man. He's one of our good artists, buddies, and whatever. He just is amazing. He collects beers. He collects beers, doesn't he?
Beer?
I think he collects fancy beers. Real fancy ones.
Drinks fancy beer. Some of these people go and wait in line to go get a 6-pack. That's fine. I don't know. It's a hobby. We have a hobby. Everybody's got hobbies.
So speaking of hobbies and Pete's.
He likes to cook, man.
Pete, what are you doing with your music?
He must live with 15 people.
What after Phil's done?
15 pounds of meat, and he's like, cooking on the grill.
Brock Cheshire just joined too. That's awesome. Hey, Danny, what's happening, man?
Who's on?
Oh, a bunch of people. Okay. 974 people right now watching.
How much?
None. 9.
Good. Not too many.
If you were a hot dog and you were starving, would you eat yourself?
Yes, because I eat good food. A lot of garlic. Can't go wrong.
You put garlic on but it's a hot dog.
I put garlic on a hot dog.
That sounds pretty good, actually. It sounds delicious. If you're going to saute some hot dogs and some garlic, I'd double it up on the good.
I'm doing Italian sausage that's sauteed with onions and fresh garlic, and with marinara sauce and cheese ravioli, all in a pot.
I fucking love cheese ravioli.
So Friday.
We should talk to our guests for a minute because we got a bunch of guests tonight.
Pete knows my deck.
Pete, yeah, Pete knows your deck. I don't yet, but Pete, are you recording music, Peter? What's going on?
Yeah, I started the past month. I've started messing around with the interface and learning a lot of things that I didn't think that I'd learn. So that's been really cool. What am I looking at? And I'm going back into the studio with John from JDR in a few weeks here. So I'm excited to do some acoustic stuff with John too. Yeah,
the JDR and the broadcast stuff has been really good. All of it's been so pleasant, Pete. I really enjoy what you guys are doing, how you're doing it. Just a great mix. Yeah. You can tell you're having fun in the videos too.
Oh yeah, and it's so cool because it's my old buddy, and I didn't think that we'd be still doing music together or ever doing it together again. And then now over this break, since everything shut down, both him and I have been writing like mad, which he writes like mad all the time, but that hasn't happened to me in a handful of years. So I've been jacked, and it was nice that the studio time lined up, and we're gonna go and get some ideas.
Where are you recording at?
Shirk in Chicago with Steve. That we did the last JDR album with him.
That's what I thought.
So we like Steve a lot, and he's excited, and we're stoked. So.
Oh, I can't wait, man. This stuff is really good. That's Pete Jive. He plays just by himself as Pete Jive. A lot of times you'll see him, and more often than not. And then with his band he's been playing with now, JDR and the broadcast with John Rowland, right? Isn't that feller's name?
Yeah, John Rowland, and then John Wills is the lead guitar player. Chris Radistich is the drum. Chris Radistich is the drummer. Brian Larson's bass, and Luis is what the hell's Luis? I don't know if I ever learned Luis's last name. I always called him Luis Pot. He used to be my manager when I worked at Burger King when I was 15. Nice. So that's kind of another full circle thing. But
that's really
John
cool.
Oh man, it's unreal. Well, Wills has a YouTube channel.
Remember this one?
Oh yeah, I got that one somewhere.
Yeah, look, can I just go? Yeah, hey, there's Pete.
There you go.
There you go. I got all this. I got every CD of yours for sure.
Brand new.
And all signed by you. Thank you very much. They got glitter.
Phil knows I hate glitter.
And the cleat. Cartoons.
Oh, and the what?
Oh, here's the birdhouse I made for...
You don't like cartoons?
No, I just don't like the Cleveland show.
Here's a little birdhouse.
The Cleveland show's not very good, yeah.
Put together. Little birdhouse. She likes blue.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm plain and simple.
You should make some squirrel picnic tables.
Got Capwell.
Squirrel picnic table. That's a good idea. You just put you do a tiny picnic table and stick a cob of corn right in the middle of it. Of course,
Yeah, I
squirrel
saw
wouldn't love
somebody
that.
that had that same exact thing just the other day.
John, I have that. You should come to my backyard. It's quite funny.
I'm going to.
Make one.
Scott Capwell came by and bought it. That house put it up. That's pretty cool in his yard. Already took a picture. Pete, don't talk about me. Pete's on. Pete.
Just giving you ideas, man.
I know I got a lot of ideas. See all this barnwood. Woo. I got barnwood 2 inches thick, man. And about 7 feet long and about 3 feet wide. I think something furnituristic.
Yeah.
That time you make a chair.
No. I need to tell it.
You should paint. You could paint a chair. You could paint anything with his style, and it would be awesome.
Hardwood, there's no paint going on this stuff.
I could give you some old skateboard decks.
You could see it when I washed it today, and a light sand, a little bit more sanding. The grains are going to show. It's eye-popping. It's a piece of art where it's like grains of wood. It's really cool.
Wood grain is awesome.
I get off on that stuff. And the old barnwood. Scott, one of the farmers there, we're doing a bigger barn coming up, Scott. He said, why are all barns red mostly? Anybody know that answer?
I probably could make a guess.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
No, you go
What's your
first,
guess?
Pete. I'm wrong.
No, I'm going to think, because I knew at one point.
Okay.
I'm sure it just had something to do with the
Sure.
production of the red paint. Like, was it easy to make that red paint?
Back in the day, the barns, old barns. Any old barnwood is mostly red.
It's a great Green Sky song.
Are they?
I never seen a tie-dye barn.
Someone said because old red barnwood has pig's blood. Is that correct? Because they slaughtered some pigs.
I thought it was something with the
Farmers had barns.
My dad knows.
heat.
I don't know. Or he's pulling my leg, but I don't think so.
Yeah, there's some reason for it. I'm sure all those barns were red back in the day. And if you draw a barn in a cartoon, it's red. I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
Red paint is a good sealant,
Red paint seals well.
and it doesn't let fungi grow on it as well.
Nice. My son just told me that red is a good sealant against fungus, and so they would use that to make the wood last longer back in the day. Hey,
Hey,
There you
Patrick.
go.
Hey,
leave
Patrick.
it to the kids to know everything.
Hey,
Hey,
B.
see,
B.
I'm posting 25
99 bottles.
lines and some more birdhouse tomorrow at noon. Both on Facebook. Go, Pete, go.
Well, I gotta get running here in a second. I'm really happy I got to talk to you.
He's got to
guys.
go. He just had to stop by. He's actually got busy tonight, being essential out there. That's all we know. That's all we're gonna say for
Where's your
now.
guitar? You need a guitar?
I have one
Oh.
here.
Well, if you tune it, Phil.
Here.
Oh, I bet that's in tune. We
You
gotta just
think?
get you a guitar.
You tuned them all. Yes, you could. Because
Some guitars stay in tune for a long. I got one guitar stay in tune for years. Feels like.
remember you said you're going to bring one over because you say I have musicians come over and I need a good guitar for them to play.
I know. I've been saying that.
I've had a few come by. It's a beautiful, enough said, but it's a beautiful thing. Yes. I can't wait for some roundhouse stuff or the venue and have a little get together over here.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. We all are.
It's been nice getting to see some people some way,
It has.
and some people.
And what?
No, I'm just joking.
You're
Some
choking?
people, some people not. Just being a. Gotta support. Sorry. You should have it. I just went out to the birdhouse. It's just.
It's 420, everybody. We're just gonna make an announcement right now. It's 420.
420. I'm just gonna.
Things start to get really weird around here. Pete, you gotta go. What'd you say?
Oh,
Yeah, but it's 420.
It's 420
my
here.
buddy, James
I have a
Bennett.
green screen that says, "Oh, green screen."
My Pink Panther thing that James Bennett artist did. He lives in Wisconsin. He does art. Stuff like that. And I can never use it.
You know what that means?
Can't do it. It's smart.
Anyway, I hope everybody's having a good night so far. It's Friday night. We're super glad to be here.
It's only 4:20. It's not.
It just now turned 4:20.
Sleep by 8 o'clock.
So if you got them, smoke them. I think that's part of the part. We have another
All
guest.
right.
Here,
Good timing then.
Very good timing.
All right. Well, it was really good to see you guys. I like this trippy thing that you do right here.
That's just my virtual background fun.
Yeah, I
Something-
like how your face is in there still.
yeah, you can kind of hide it.
We have been lucky today to have our good friend with us, Mr. Pete Jive. We do
I hope everybody's had a good day.
we do appreciate
Pete
you.
Jive's on Tuesdays at 4:20.
Yep, Tuesdays at 4:20 for sure. And he's somebody we're gonna check out as we're
Well,
saying goodbye.
you've been talking, Phil.
Well, hey, I know how to promote other people, but not myself. That's
Yeah, so every Tuesday at 4:20, man, I've been having a blast doing these, and it's just really cool how I've been getting to play for a lot of people, a lot of new people too. So
Where do you do it from?
I do it from my house, and I do it. Yeah,
I'm gonna do it in my garage with all the posters.
I've been limiting the travel, but
Okay. That's fine.
soon enough.
You can be in the garage. I'll be in the house.
I like that.
Tell your friends.
We love you, Pete. We'll pass it around. Well,
Love you too,
we'll
guys.
see you real soon,
Love
brother.
you,
Thank you
man.
for coming on the
Safe
show
travels.
today.
All right, we'll see you soon.
Why are you crying?
My sticker Pete. Thank you.
Is it the pain
Pete Jive.
that brings you home?
We'll give it a second, Pete.
Give you is to confide in.
Real easy to find. Pete Jive, spelled just like it sounds. Pete Jive. Facebook, Instagram, I'm sure all those things. Definitely.
Hartford weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think my wife just got home.
I try not to think about that. I mean, things like what's passing. They're flying by. I'm keeping busy. Thank God.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're great. You told me about her. You've been to all of them?
I've been to all of them from the very beginning. We started with Let's try and get that word figured out. Just
I
trying
think I
to.
missed 5.
They called and they said you wanted to come do it, and I was like, yeah, I'll come do it. And next thing you know, it was doing it every year, and now I have to do it forever. I suppose it's fine. That's okay though. We should be. Our booth should be set up at the top of the hill there. Right now.
Missed last year because of family brother incident. So
Yeah.
I missed last year. But I went to the four previous ones before that, and had a great time.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I don't know. Patty Hill just joined us on the page. Our good friend Patty Hill. She's pretty special. Have you met Patty Hill before? Ernie's wife, Patty.
Patty Hill.
Yeah. Have
I
you-
probably don't put me on the spot. I'm not Patty.
Well, she wants to know. No, she doesn't have any questions yet at all. Actually, what's this say over here? It says one more on John's computer screen now. Stream MyTel tripod. That's right. That's right. We got both of them right behind me. We got to talk about that a little bit. What's going on back here is the stream for the John Hartford Memorial Festival, which we're kind of overlapping tonight, but we were going to do our show anyway because this is just about me and Phil hanging out anyway. And it's live at MyTel tripod via like what you call I go youtube.com/MyTel tripod or MyTel tripod on Facebook, both streaming it. I think John Hartford Memorial Festival streaming it too.
John Hartford.
Yeah, apparently he's a big deal. You know, I talk about him to you an awful lot.
Who? John Hartford?
Yeah.
Yep. If anybody doesn't know, that's John Hartford.
That's great. That's cool.
John
He's having
Hartford.
such a good time in that picture. I got
I got it from you. And I'm almost sure I got it.
you got it from me?
Yeah, I do believe so.
I gave it to you at some point throughout the course of a weekend out there, I'm sure.
Yeah. If anybody doesn't know, John's a fabulous. I got a lot of your Memories galore. Lineup. Boom.
Show a few more. You're making me all teary eyed.
Got a lot more over on that table, John. It's a beautiful thing. What else? We got Peter Rowan. That made me tear up when he played at that Hartford, that's for sure. If anybody was in there. Great lineup, going fast. If anybody's watching, but I had a great time. Great American Taxi was there. They were supposed to be there this year. I started we start my art early. They have about 120 albums for the Hartford that was supposed to be playing this weekend, and about 50 more started. All the bands.
Cheers. You're not gonna have a drink tonight at all, Phil?
Excuse me?
You're not gonna have a drink tonight at all?
No, I'm having a Gatorade and vodka
Excellent.
for the day.
We have another guest coming on here pretty soon. I was talking all week about the guest we are having. The next fellow that's going to come on, his name is Nolan Strupak, and he's probably going to be in a few more minutes. I shouldn't even start talking about it yet because they might be able to figure it out. And then when it happened, I'd be like introducing nobody. But I did that for Pete for a couple times anyway. It happened by accident, but he's one of our favorites, and we're going to bring him on here in a little bit pretty soon, but not yet. So you got any more jokes or anything to fill like the next 3 minutes, Phil?
Me? I don't know anything.
No jokes, huh?
Definitely the ones I do know cannot go on here.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hey, we're probably shouldn't do jokes.
I'm terrible with jokes. I love good jokes, but I'm unfortunately. Smart aleck people think they can tell jokes very well. Is that true?
You think it's a smart aleck thing to tell jokes?
Well, I'm not good. I ain't no good. There's another.
I found a whole bunch of them today. I was going through the box.
I got to wear John Hartford's hat the first year I was there. His friend from high school who built cabins.
Tom built he worked on John's house when John
You know
converted
what I'm talking about?
Yeah, his name's Tom Martin. He actually, rest in peace. He built a room on the John's house to look like the steamboat wheelhouse. So it looked out over the river from his house, and it looks like a wheelhouse, like you're up in the wheelhouse of the steamboat. Tom built that. And he built him a house and a cabin and redid a kitchen and a garage and all kinds of fun stuff for him.
Yeah, the first year I was there, that was 5 years ago. He had under a glass case, and he said, "You want to come?" We took over there and take a picture. I looked at it, held it.
Yeah. He passed away. And
I made him a custom piece. It took 2 years of an album of a log cabin and on a Hartford album that he had given me.
Did you know, Phil,
No.
he passed away this year?
What?
He passed away this year.
He did?
Like 2 or 3 days after all this started, we were all told to stay home. Right about then, a different reason. He had something else going on, but he passed away this year. Yeah, it was a great guy, Tom Martin. He was absolutely incredible. I got a little shrine to him up in my room here with some art and stuff. He was incredible. He told stories. He worked with John. He lived with John for a while. And he would just sit by my table every year and just tell stories. Man, he's going to be a big loss to the festival this year. Without him there.
Yeah,
Nancy.
I'm sorry. Oh.
Who's Nancy Fine? She keeps joining the group.
Nancy Fine.
She's not at your house tonight?
No.
No.
The doors are locked. No, I'm surprised. Laura's solo tonight. No company. Nancy Fine just joined the crowd.
She's awesome. We love her. We love Nancy today.
Hello, Nancy.
Come over here and say hello.
Oh.
Come on. Laura, say hello.
Mm.
Yeah, Laura can say hello. Laura
Chester.
Laura from Aurora, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Laura from Aurora.
And Chester from Port Chester.
Chester Berry. Chester. Pete was just on. Pete.
I know. I missed Pete this week. 420. I worked late.
He didn't bring guitar or nothing.
So I could go and get some barnwood.
Yeah, Laura was ripping some. We had some, besides barnwood, we got some old sheet metal. And it just had an artsy feel. Thick, yeah.
That's cool. Just stuff to paint on, huh?
What?
Just stuff to paint on.
You don't know yet.
No, it's
Birdhouses, roofs maybe.
none of the stuff we got is actually that I want to paint on per se.
I don't know.
Burn it. I
We've
mean,
never really
You're gonna
looked
make
at
something cool with it though, yeah.
huge.
the
pieces
boards
of
are not
sheet
flat by no means.
That's Laura from Aurora, everybody. That's Laura from Aurora. Give it up for Laura.
Earth on the deck. It's her Friday.
Yeah, well, that's good. Everybody needs a Friday. I think it's our Friday too, actually.
She's working from home. They already said like a month ago for the whole year.
Yeah.
Maybe forever. Oh, I gotta get a job. Leave. Keep forgetting people are listening.
Are there people listening? There's a few people listening.
All good.
We've got a dozen or so. Doesn't have people right now hanging out with us. Which they're very
No one's
patient.
hanging out with us?
Well, nobody's hanging out with us yet. We're lucky we're lucky we even get to hang out. It's more about me and you hanging out anyway. It's not always about the crowds and the everything else. It's about you and I spend the time and you know.
What are you doing tonight?
Tonight I'm doing my show for you. With you. No, tonight we're just hanging out. Nothing's going on. Having a beer.
I mean, now later. What are you gonna do afterwards?
I'll probably watch the Hartford feed for quite a bit of the evening. I bet you. Chicago Farmer will do his feed. Don't really have any plans though. It's Friday. Do this and then just kind of see what happens next. Justin Garrison says, "Hey Laura." Actually, he says a whole lot of stuff, but that's the only thing I repeat so far that he wrote in the book he's writing over here on the side of the thing. I like it.
She's out on the deck.
Yeah.
Bit.
I saw Amy just snuck by. I saw her sneak by. I don't think she looked in though.
Hey, Amy.
She just got home. We missed her today. It was a long day without her. She'd been working back hard to work at the flower shop all week.
My garden's looking good. Beautiful thing. Getting ready to roll on that. Garden signs are going to be posted tomorrow. A bunch were sent out. People, if you want any, go to, man, I smell, I think that's my stove, or I know people are barbecuing. And it's Friday and it's beautiful. And are you in the burbs? You got neighbors, John?
I got neighbors, yeah. That's kind of considered the burbs, I would suppose.
It's a fairly big yard, but
It looks like the 4:30 point has passed, but I just got attention. I'm going to add somebody to our group now. Our good friend Nolan's going to come in.
can I get up for a second and check my onions?
You do whatever you got to do. We'll be here. Nobody's going to miss you.
We'll talk for 2 minutes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next guest we're going to have come on in here with is our good friend Nolan Strupek from, we know him from the Hartford Music Festival. We also know him from Shoe Fest and from a whole lot of places. How you doing, Nolan?
Yeah, how about you?
Excellent. Man, it's good to see you. Whoa!
You too, thank you.
What's been going on?
Oh, I've been practicing a lot and thinking about you guys and the John Hartford Fest. What about you?
About same. Yeah, that's exactly what I've kind of been feeling. I've been thinking about the same thing, and just missing it. But we can't be there right now. You've been home for a while. Your hair's getting long, man.
Thank you.
That's cool. If you don't know who Nolan is, Nolan has helped us with a whole lot of different things. He just has entertained us multiple times. He's played at our booth. He helped us introduce last year, open up the John Hartford Memorial Festival with our opening band, our volunteer jug band. And he blows our mind. He plays the fiddle. He's super important in what we do.
Is that to say Nolan?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nolan, do you remember Phil? Phil's my co-host here.
Yes.
I paint on records. Yeah, I remember you, but yeah, you're at that age where every year you look different. Yeah, good to see you.
So you've been playing a lot. You've been practicing a lot. Nolan, it sounds like you're probably getting ready for the festival, weren't you? All winter, like me. No,
So how have you been?
I'm doing all right. I'm just sitting here. I'm doing paintings. Obviously, look behind me. I've got all the stuff from getting ready for the festivals, and then I just have been painting a lot, basically practicing as well. Here at home with my artwork. As you can
School's
see,
done.
School's done. I'm sure you did awesome.
Thank you.
Definitely. So, would you like to play some music for us, Nolan, or do you have any a story you'd like to tell or anything like that?
Yeah, couple songs.
All right.
So this first one, Betsy Ellis taught me this one at the John Hartford Memorial Festival. It's called Squirrel Hunters.
Nice. Man, it sounds good.
Thanks.
You have been playing pretty much all by yourself for quite a while now, huh? Since this all started?
Yeah, mostly, but my parents helped me a lot too.
I believe that, yeah. I believe that for sure. Your mom and dad have always been so supportive. And how's your sister doing?
She's doing good. She's walking now and talking.
Oh my goodness.
We mostly play on the trampoline and we sing songs a lot together and we play music and stuff like that.
Nice. Yeah. She always did really enjoy your music. I know that. I'm sure her face would sure light up when she saw her brother play. Every time she saw her. Man, I sure wish we could be at the festival. I guess I understand.
Yeah.
I understand why we're not. But
Yeah.
I sure am glad that we that we're gonna still try and have it in the fall, and if we can't do it, then we'll have it in the spring,
Yeah.
and it'll just have to be what it's gonna be. It's all we can do.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
True.
So.
I think we all miss it.
Oh, of course, yeah. So as far as like what other kind of music are you into?
I could sing Shady Grove.
Oh, we love Shady Grove. Everybody loves Shady Grove, don't they?
Yeah. Shady Grove, I say, Shady Grove, mother love, bound to go away. I used to have an old banjo, the strings were made of fire. Though my song he could play, was trouble on my mind. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say, Shady Grove, my little love, bound to go away. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say, Shady Grove, my little love, bound to go away. Beaches in summertime, apples in the fall. If I can't get what I love, won't at all. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say, Shady Grove, my little love, bound to go away. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say, Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my love, bound to go away.
Man, that is awesome.
Thank you.
Hold on. You deserve it because you don't get enough of this these days. You know, you need to hear that crowd asking questions, Nolan. Our good friend Laura from Aurora, who's actually in the screen with Phil at times, is asking, how old are you now, Nolan?
I'm 10.
10 years old. Nolan's 10 years old, you guys. I met Nolan.
That's
You were
my
like,
girlfriend. We were on the deck watching you outside.
you must have been 5 or 6 when I met you.
Yep.
It's been quite a few years.
I just turned 10 on March 17th.
March 17th. That's a good
I
day for a
met you
birthday.
about 3 or 4 years ago too.
Yeah.
You
Now,
were neat to aggressive.
yeah, and Nolan is no one to be fooled with. He's a heck of a musician, entertainer, and he will close the show. He opened the show at Hartford. Oh, the 2 big festivals of my summer: the John Hartford Memorial Festival and Shoe Fest. And last year,
Thank you so much.
listen, last year you opened the John Hartford Festival and just blew him away, and then you closed Shoe Fest at the end of summer. It was awesome with the good old two hit song.
You're more than welcome to come to our vending booth and play in front of mine and John's work anytime.
Yeah, any and every time you see us set up anywhere, you're always going to be welcome to do that, my friend.
Speaking about me opening the ceremony at the John Hartford Memorial Festival, I can sing Tall Buildings right now.
If you would like to sing Tall Buildings, I think that'd be perfect. We got a few more minutes for sure. All right, let's get this. Is Nolan Strupek, you guys. He's on one. Do you have a website, Nolan, or anything like that you guys do?
Facebook.
Facebook. Okay.
Nolan Strupek.
Yep.
Strupek.
Yep. I'll stick it in the comments here in a minute. Nolan is just a wonderful soul, and him and his family are just amazing people. We love them. We see them every year at the festival. We'd all be hanging out and dancing right now if it weren't for the weather, but here we are. So Nolan Strupek is going to do another John Hartford song for us here to keep us moving in the John Hartford tradition. Thank you, Nolan. You just take the stage anytime, buddy.
Thank you, Nolan.
Someday, my baby, when I'm a man, and others have taught me the best of things, they'll sell me a suit, they'll cut off my hair, they'll send me to work in tall buildings. So it's goodbye to the sunshine, goodbye to the dew, goodbye to the flowers, and goodbye. I'm off to the subway, I must not be late. I'm going to work in tall buildings. When I'm retired, my life is my own. I've made all my payments, it's time to go. I wonder what happened between and between when I went to work in tall buildings. So it's goodbye to the sunshine, goodbye to the dew, goodbye to the flowers, and goodbye. I'm off to the subway, I must not be late. I'm going to work in tall buildings. So it's goodbye to the sunshine, goodbye to the dew, goodbye to the flowers, and goodbye. I'm off to the subway, I must not be late. I'm going to work in tall buildings.
Oh, man, yeah, buddy. I tell you what, man, that's awesome. Once again,
Thank you.
please, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Nolan Strupek. Man, what? Say he's incredible. I'm telling you. So amazing to have you on the show today, Nolan. That's super important. Very great stuff, man. Very great stuff.
Thank you, John. I love you.
I love you too, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
What about me, man?
Feels
I love you too.
All right, high five, buddy.
That's one thing I know for sure is that Nolan's always had plenty of love to give, man, and that's a good thing. I'll put that down for a second. Yeah, I'll just let it go. But I really appreciate you coming on the show today, Nolan. Big deal.
Thank you.
I'm here anytime you want to talk, if you want to hang out or anything, or we can Zoom anytime. If you're bored, I'm around. Guess what I do?
I like your backdrop.
Thank
I
you
like
so
your
much.
backdrop. I like your backdrop with the tie-dye stuff back there. Nice shirt.
Yeah. Thank you.
One
did
more,
that, your mom?
one more question for you, Nolan. How many
That was
years?
from the John Hartford Memorial Festival.
Yeah, that's an awesome shirt.
Thank you.
I was looking for one to wear today. I only have one, and it was too small.
You only have one John Hartford
That
shirt?
stinks.
What
I
size
know,
do you
it
wear?
That looks big on you. Can I have that?
No, what size do you wear, Phil? One shirt?
One? I love.
that's when Zoom just does.
I'll play Texas Scottish.
Okay,
John, you're up.
I've got. He's still filling the slot. Let's have one more for
Go
Nolan
for it.
Strupak before we're done with him for
We
right
have till
now.
midnight.
We have till midnight. Wow, man, sounds great, Nolan. Sounds
Thank you.
really good, man.
Thank you so much.
Well, it sure is good to see you, bud. You really, really is good to see you. We love you guys, and we'll be hopefully seeing you real soon.
Yeah.
It won't be long. We'll all be doing our thing again before we know it, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Tell your mom and pop and your sister we all love you and say hello, and
Okay.
we'll have you back on the show again sometime. How about that?
Okay, for the last song,
No, please, that's fine.
for the last song, I'll play Folsom Prison.
All right. Wait.
I hear that train coming, it's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I'm nowhere. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. The train keeps on rolling on down to San When I was just a baby, my mama's on the sun. Always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. Will I shot and make him read just to watch him die? When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. I bet there's no smoking in a fancy diamond car. You're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be and the people keep moving, and that's what tortures me. If they're dreaming from that person, if they're real, I'll cherish that. I bet I'm living
Yeah, man. All right, Nolan.
Like that, no.
Thanks, John, for putting all this together.
It was nothing. This is all room for fun. I tell you, I've been lucky to be able to do this, and we're trying to do it on Friday night. So tune in if you can, and we'll keep trying to have guests. We got more guests tonight, so I really appreciate you coming by the show, Nolan. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you,
You're
Nolan.
welcome.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Hope to see
Bye.
you soon.
Take care. Be good. Study hard. Have a good summer.
Be as good as you can be. You too, buddy. You too, man. Thanks, Christy.
Thank you.
I told you, folks, I wasn't messing around. Nolan Strupek, he's kind of an awesome, amazing situation there. We really like him, his what he does. Hopefully that is all coming through nice on you guys' end. It's almost 5 o'clock here. It's like 10 till. We're doing pretty good, I think. I don't got anything else going on really.
Awesome. It's beautiful. Beautiful thing. Come on over for dinner, Jen.
Oh, what are you having? You having some kind of onions, you said. I'm not a big fan of onions, so there's probably a good chance I won't come
All right,
over.
then I'll take the onions out. Italian sausage,
I can eat around the onions if it came down to it.
cheese ravioli. Tell Amy to get on the golf cart and let's go.
Oh, I tell you what, if we had our golf carts by now, we would definitely be having a good old
Golf cart at
time.
John Hartford.
There's no golf cart. There's no golf carts there.
Yeah.
Come on.
You need a cart at Hartford. But I gotta get situated here. People are asking.
What are they asking?
Sometimes I hope they're just listening, not looking. People are looking. That's fine. What a beautiful breeze. There is like 2 barbecues going on that way and that way.
You can just smell the barbecue cooking out there in the world. I know it's dinner time. We basically did this show just intentionally to discourage or distract everybody from cooking dinner.
Mm.
Are you there?
Yeah, Laura came in the house. Laura's been grooming the dog. We try to get the dog to the groomer. It needs it. And the 19th of June.
Well, when's that?
We can't get the dog groomed to the 19th. Well, we go to a certain one to watch. Someone's going to say, I can do it. But Laura did a good job.
You can see.
You can see it. No. I don't like when it goes to the groomer because when it comes back, it looks like a girl. It's a man.
It's kind of it's not really that tough of a dog though.
Look at it now. It looks like a girl face on it. What, Chester? Come here.
It's pretty much. It's in no way like a mean. I mean, I guess it could be mean. Those dogs can be mean, but all look kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Chester.
Yeah.
Aww.
Hey, Chester. He's my buddy. We're gonna play frisbee later, right? Yeah, you can have. Yeah. Say hi. Say hey, everybody. Say I'm good. Miss you at festivals. You'll see me. Hey, no bite. Who's there?
You know who's there? Well, actually, I think Ernie Hill's knocked on the door here. Can you let him in?
Ernie Hill's coming up?
Let me see something. Hold on a second. I thought I heard something.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he wrote, look at that artwork. Oh, that's Ernie.
Hey, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Ernie Hill. Yeah.
Hello, Ernie.
I don't think we can hear you, Ernie. Can you hear us?
Mute.
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
No.
Hey, buddy. How are you? You looking good?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Got me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
This is our good friend Ernie Hill. Let me just talk for a second here. It's my good friend Ernie Hill. He's going to come on the show. He's on the show actually right now, and he's I met him through the John Hartford Memorial Festival. Ernie's a big to-do. He does fiddle contests and song contests and songwriting contests and banjo contests. And
No. Yeah, I hear you.
You don't do banjo ones?
You got it? Pretty good. Are you hearing?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Good. I was twisting this thing around a little bit.
It'll come in and out. Like, it's this is like old time radio. We're learning. How are you doing tonight, Ernie? Get Ernie up there.
I think there's maybe a time lapse. So.
There's a delay. John, can you hear me right off the bat?
I couldn't tell you that right or not. There's not a delay on the picture. Sometimes what happens is when one person is talking, it's like a CB kind of.
Okay, I won't talk, and I'll let you talk to Ernie or Ernie talk. So I'll just go.
That's never happened before, that you didn't talk. Are you sure that's the way that you want to approach the situation? It's real professional.
Yeah. Dude, man, Philip. Man, I got your record hanging on the wall.
Right on, Ernie.
Yeah, I got John's. I'm wearing John.
Man, it's good to hear your voice, Ernie Hill, man. I
There's
miss you
another
guys.
one when you played with Jeff Doherty. Yeah. And you were going to play this year at Hartford in your stories, correct? Yeah, and I had a piece of artwork already done downstairs for this year, and hopefully it's not in the fall, maybe next year.
So I'm here up stuff. Oh, okay. What's happening on my end is I'm hearing what I'm saying 30 seconds later. So
You got an echo?
on stereo.
Wait, this is only episode 3 of our program. We're really learning how to use the equipment. We should. I don't know if you turn something up or down. I haven't mastered the Zoom thing yet myself. I can't hear you. You sound great.
Okay. Are you hearing me, Ted?
Does Patty have another device on in the same room with the sound on? Because that will affect it.
All right.
Patty might have to mute hers, or you have to mute one of them.
Yeah. I think she's muted. Yeah, she's muted.
Shouldn't treat your wife that way. You should let her speak.
What I'm Okay, we're there.
We are. You look great. Sound perfect.
What I did though, I lost my picture. Yeah. Well, you can see me all right.
I can see you, or you look great. You better if you can't see yourself anyway sometimes.
No, I don't have a screen anymore.
You minimized it somehow. You clicked it.
There we go. Techno hillbilly. The challenge is over.
Now, Ernie's from Arkansas, so the fact that he's figured that out is pretty amazing. I would have to give him credit for that.
Yeah. Hey, I've also got on shoes.
With no pants, I can tell.
I'm not pregnant.
This is coming. You live in Arkansas?
Yeah, I live about 40 miles south of Fayetteville and about 12 miles north of Van Buren in the southern Ozark foothills. Out in the country a little bit.
You a Razorback?
You know what? At times, kind of like a big fan. Yeah, I am this year because there's nothing going on, so I know they're going to have a good season.
Be their best season ever. Undefeated.
That's the Josh Blades and Laura Blades, my friends down in Arkansas. Josh Blades builds guitars. Sorry, Ernie, go ahead.
Okay. Well, you mentioned Philip earlier, story songs at Hartford, and this year would have been Will Kimball, last year's song champ in the contest, and also a fine mandolin maker from Cincinnati, Scott Nelson, who you've seen around the festival forever, doing sound and playing with Flatland Harmony Experiment, and a new act, Joe Kidd and Sheila Burke, and Joe just got admitted to the Minnesota Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and he's quite a moving songwriter these days, focusing on issues and really stirring up the blood and the conscience. And they were going to sit in on story songs too, so maybe that'll happen in the fall, and we'll just have a big brain picking session about songwriting, how it works, and maybe not how it works so much as where did it come from. The question nobody still knows an answer to.
Right. Our heartbeat, like I always said, that first song you ever hear is your mom's heart, and you're listening to it for 9 months.
That's true. That's so true. Well, the one of the things I guess that is hitting me kind of strange. I've never been home this time of year. I guess for the last 9 years we've always been in Indiana. And yesterday we were driving back roads, looking at the high water on the low water bridge, and the countryside and the lot was similar, so similar to Brown County. And of course, we had some John Hartford going on the stereo, and kind of reliving it. We got home, sat on the porch, and looked east, watched a few fireflies, and thought, wow, this is it's almost surreal to be home and not be in Indiana, sitting out there with all my friends and hearing the music from all stages. But look what we're doing. Tim Hertel's got his thing going on.
Yeah.
My Talk iPod's channel and streaming some of the best video. Tim's a master of what he does. And of course, people on the family page are posting their pictures and their comments. And the spirit and love of that little festival is so real, and it's not going away. So
No.
I'm glad to be part of it, man. I would not have met you two wonderful people had it not been, and your families, had it not been for this Mr. John Hartford and Mr. John Hotsey. So here we are,
Yeah.
still here.
Apparently, I didn't necessarily have anything to do with the creation of it, but I did a poster for another event that was about 6 or 8 months before the first John Hartford Festival. And John Hotsey got the idea from that festival because they used a picture of John Hartford but didn't play much John Hartford. So he wanted to have the Memorial Festival. And he got a hold of me, and we started making that artwork. And it's been 10 years that we've been doing that. We've been buddies,
Wow. And
There she is. There she
think-
is.
Patty and I met Jeff Mankins. Hi, Amy.
My wife, Amy. Everybody, give love.
Hi, Amy.
That's good. Oh,
Well, we met Jeff Mankins down at the Younger Mountain String Band's Harvest Festival in Arkansas, and John Hotsey was filming the banjo contest that Patty and I were managing. And Jeff approached me and told me about the John Hartford Festival, but it was, I wish I could show you, I might be able to. It was this piece of art.
he was
Can
pretty
you
important.
see that?
Say it again.
That was a Boogie Stage banner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that piece of art that someone had posted on the internet for year one, I thought, this just looks cool. This looks cool, man. This is that right there is John Griffin art. And so I told Jeff, yeah, and I made up a bunch of stuff that I thought I could do.
I've never seen that one. I would like that.
You probably barely get to that stage, Phil, because you're always on the other side of the park set up.
Yeah,
That's the one thing bad about betting. We can't see all the music.
What's so
Right.
cool that
Yeah.
that piece of artwork appealed to you, Ernie, and then that became your home base at the festival for so much stuff that you do. It ends up being there at that boogie tent.
yeah, we love the Boogie Stage. I love the intimacy. The first year we were there, I think the Boogie Stage was like a 10 by 10 camping canopy.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and the stage was made out of some pallets with a piece of plywood on it. And that was the first MC gig for me there. And my first act was to introduce the wood stove flapjacks. Matt Sugar, some of those folks, that Matt went on to be one of our MCs for a while.
Uh-huh.
But a storm hit. I mean, it was major. And the only cover was a little easy up in front of that little stage. And the sound went off, and Matt just invited everybody, like maybe 20 people that were there, on hay bales, soaking wet, to come up under the stage. So everybody crowded there with wood stove on one end of this 10 by 20 canopy, and the audience right there in front going back. And there was just no sound, but it was so cool because it was so intimate. And it set the stage. I was holding the pole so it wouldn't blow away.
Hey, those first couple of years were pretty intimate
Yeah.
events. Those first couple of years were fairly intimate events. I mean, remember even this end of the second year was Danny Barnes. It was so quiet in the festival grounds. It was cold that year. It was so quiet.
Man, look where it is now,
I know.
Yeah. So it's a pleasure. We kick off the festival each year with the opening ceremony,
Yeah.
and John and Danny Clark, help me. We all do the Star Spangled Banner and medley with Can't You Hear Them Wolves a Howling.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if people get that or not. I mean, it's just something I've dedicated my life to doing when I play that song, is to medley those two because they go so well together.
Oh, that's my favorite part of the whole weekend. I mean, it is, and is that just, it's so good that we get to do that. We're part of, just part of that. It's pretty important,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it sets a mood.
Yeah.
And
I'm just so lucky to be part of that. You know, like I never thought that growing up, the music I listened to and the stuff that I enjoyed and was into would lead me there. A
Yeah.
lot of the stuff was stuff John liked too, and it kind of went hand in hand as far as, you know, what I don't know, just what we liked, how we did stuff. You know, basically.
Mm-hmm. Well, fall will come, and hopefully, people will be smart, and we can get a handle on what's going on around the country and safely venture up. You know, we just hope. In the meantime, if we don't, you know, this right now, this virtual world is the new normal.
Yeah.
And even though I'm still getting used to it because I've never really fit into normal. Don't really want to. I'm afraid of normal.
What's normal?
Around normal people.
They were like they kept saying the new normal, and I'm only upgraded about 3 normals ago right now, so I'm really trying to catch up as fast as I can.
You have to remember where to go, right?
Yeah, I'm almost on like Life 7.0, and they're on Life 11.0 right now. I'll get there.
If I knew the way, I would take you there.
Yeah.
Man.
So
Well, hey, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Ernie. What you got for us?
I don't know. I guess I'll pick a tune, huh?
Would you like to play a song? We would really like that. Ernie Hill also involved in a lot of music, and he writes books, and he wrote the book on creative writing that I helped him illustrate, and creative songwriting. I guess it's more about, isn't it? It's not really writing in general. It's just more like songwriting, and I guess it's all about writing it all together. It's just a good book. Ernie Hill, we'll play a song for. We'll come back in a few minutes and listen to some more of us talking. But go take it away, Ernie.
Great. I've got to brag on John when we come back about this book cover, so we'll do that here. All righty. If I'm just going to do what I'd be doing sitting here by myself anyway with Daddy making jewelry and me just kind of fooling around.
Thank you.
So the first thing I'll do is get my cheater bar. One of them. And play a John Hartford song really slow. Well, it went away, steam tired airplane. Well, we stayed in a damn near didn't come back again. I think go very fast on a steam tired airplane. That wheel went around up and down and it's tied back again. 747, and I watch a little cloud go by. And I can't tell the sunshine that's rain. Hey, hey. I'd rather be sitting in a deck chair high up over Kansas City. And I tell you why, that's a steam tied aeroplane. Yeah, I could be a pilot on a steam tied aeroplane. And now pull that pilot wheel right back again. And I wear a blue hat, yeah, says steam tied aeroplane. With a letter round the wheel back again. Just sitting in a 747, watching the cloud fly. And I can't shine at that rain, hey, hey. I'd rather be sitting in a chair over Kansas City. And it's that's a tight aeroplane.
Sounds great, Ernie. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough to not be where we're supposed to be today. We should all be out there at the park, but it's just it is surreal. We have strawberries that bloom every year this week, and we're never here when they bloom.
Oh yeah.
So I'm watching them out there blooming like crazy. I can't wait until a couple of days when I can eat them. Normally I get home and the rabbits have already got them.
Yeah. Yeah, ordinarily I'd be looking over my shoulder, thinking, wow, we're leaving the property. It's been raining every spring, like every day. So we live on a hillside. It's really hard to keep it mowed, brush hog. And we'd be gone for a week, and I could hear my ears burning by my neighbors saying, is he ever going to cut that grass anymore?
Right, yeah.
I've been doing it, though.
My neighbor.
Feels good to mosey. I'm retired now, and I've lost every sense of importance on things that aren't just right in front of me or in my heart, like my wife and my festival.
Right, true. Yeah, I get you there. Yeah, sounds good, man. It sounds really good. It sounds pretty. I don't know what it sounds like going out of this thing. It's always interesting the way we're running it. Our show, we had our guest last week, Jake, came on and played, and no one came on before you did. So you actually had to follow a kid. Sorry, you follow, they say don't follow animals or kids, and you followed Nolan. He's an animal and a kid.
I followed the kid.
Yeah, he is. He sounded really good.
I got a Nolan story. For years, I hope they still watching him, Christian, and all of them are still watching. For years, we'd see Nolan in front of every stage with a little bitty banjo right up at the very front, soaking it all up, taking it all in. And in his mind, hey, I'm going to do this. And when Steel Wheels played, Patty and I were on the main stage. We're big fans of Steel Wheels. We love them. They're friends, and wish they were there every year. Their lead singer, Trent, he grew up literally beside Bing Blossom, the park there. So anyway, after their set, during their set, Nolan was right up there in the front the entire time, and they were talking to him and pointing down and waving at him, And after the set, we came down the steps, and Nolan was standing there with his mama, Christy. And he looked up at me, and he says, Steel Wheels are up there, aren't they? I go, yeah, they're finished playing. And he says, I can't go up there. And I said, yeah. He said, but you can, can't you? I go, yeah. He says, but I can't. And I thought, yeah, he can. Can I take him up there for a second? And she goes, sure. So I took his hand, led him up the steps down the hall there in the green room. I knocked on the door and I said, there's a little bitty banjo picker. Sure, love to say hi to you guys. And they opened the door and let Nolan in. And they just treated him like a king, answered all of his questions, and he answered all of theirs. It was just a great visit. Took his picture and walked me back out to his mom. And I thought, this is the spirit of the thing. This is what it's about. And this little guy's playing a lot of music these days, man. He's getting around.
He is. And that's the thing. That's the spirit of Bing Blossom right there. If you're a kid that is into music, you're going to get all the attention you're going to need when you go out there. And the musicians have always been so open. And our policy, of course, with the backstage is this, if you're not causing harm, you're not uninvited, but,
Yeah. It's the traffic's gotten less and less simply because there was going to be quite a bit of traffic, because it was so accessible, but still, right there, pickers as they exit, and they're always happy to talk with, go out and jam.
Well, and Kimberly and Tracy fixed that problem when they took the alcohol away from backstage. Nobody really wanted to hang out back there anymore. Before they kept all the alcohol back there, it would be a highway. All the bands that played all day long would come back there all day and just keep getting beers.
Yeah, that's true, and that made perfect sense.
Yeah, wouldn't you? If you could.
Yeah, and it's fun though. I don't go up to the main stage like I used to. Like you say, I stay pretty busy at the big stage and just helping out there and stuff. But,
I like your music corner.
Well, this is it's a mess. Patty shares the other side of the room, and she's got like tons of gemstones, crystals, and wire, and she makes this cool stuff.
I bet it's beautiful. We've seen her work. Patty Hill is amazing. We love Patty Hill.
Yeah, I love her too.
Yeah, hills are our favorite hills. Are the Patty and Ernie hills?
Hey, well, you're our favorite Griffins, and Philip is our favorite Strahd, man. We're just we're in there. Well, hey, this is an attempt at a Presbyterian guitar. Let's see if we can do it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay. Now I forgot how it went.
Oh man, that sounds so good, Ernie. Thank you, man.
Still working on it.
I heard it in there. It's definitely in there. That's not a simple tune.
Yeah.
Or is it a fairly simple tune to play? I should ask that before I even say anything. I don't know.
For a really good musician, probably not.
Yeah.
But I don't practice like I have to.
Sure.
And a couple of weeks ago, I read by Clark Wyatt, Betsy and Clark,
Oh yes.
Brown String Band. Clark was talking about the importance of practicing. If you are going to perform, that your audience deserves to hear your best, and you need to give it your best. And I've always just gotten by on, I hope the audience likes me. I'm never worried about the performance part of it. And usually wind up telling a story, not even finishing a song. So, but since I read that post, I thought I probably should practice if I'm going to go, play somewhere and try to get better. But I'm also an old dog, so who knows?
Yeah. Well, dogs can learn new tricks. I believe in it.
Yeah, but it's still, it's a fun thing. So I had this concept that you and Philip would be like painting live or drawing during a song or something, or during a guest.
Yeah, this is kind of just us BSing, and I hope they don't mind. We're just watching you. It's we really don't have a whole lot planned. This was more of a opportunity for me and Phil to hang out together. Because we do enjoy each other's company so much, and if we get more people involved, then that's fine too. And because what we do if we set up our booths together is this is what we do all weekend. We just sit next to each other and shoot the breeze and have a good old time, And so that's what this show is all about. Really, it's just about seeing what happens. Phil's back. Phil, what do you think? What do you think of our show so far, Phil? This is night 3.
It's fantastic. Me and Laura are watching it on the deck.
You're out watching it.
What? On the phone.
Oh, I understand that. You're on the show, though.
Am I on the show? Yeah, I am on the show. It's I love Nolan. Thank you, Nolan, for coming. Thank you, Ernie, for coming. Should be at Hartford, but we're not, and it's a beautiful thing. And anybody who is listening and watching, have a great weekend. Barbecue. Don't think too much about what we're supposed to be doing. Enjoy what you are doing.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I do it by gardening and doing artwork.
Yeah.
Keep playing, Ernie.
I've been trying to get my hands in the dirt every day if I can a little bit.
I have a guitar right here, but I don't know how to play. I think Ernie signed it too. Anyway, it's a Hartford one.
Does it have all the strings on it?
Oh yeah.
You replaced the one I took when I signed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody.
I'm sure I played on it too. If it was at the booth.
No. Yeah, talking about living in the moment and enjoying what you're doing. This is my first year for gardening, and since I was a kid, I've always been too busy and worked too many hours. And I was introduced to these things called grow bots, and it's a tank that you fill with water. Then you set the top on it, snap it on, you fill it with potting mix, and it wicks water up into the this burlap cover that has these fertilizer pods on it, and then you put your plants in there. God almighty, I've got tomatoes that are bigger than me. I mean, tomato plants. I'm thinking, wow, where's this going to go? I might be able to climb this thing. Have a look around up there.
You're gonna need jars.
Very excited.
I bet. Well, we garden every year a little bit. We have a real small patch, but we put a tree next to it that we started growing, and the tree kind of grew up to the point of like overwhelming the sunlight for the garden. So we have to kind of cut back every year, and we get little tomato plants.
Yeah.
One year we had one green pepper.
When I come home from a festival, first thing I do way before I open the door and go check out in the garden. But if we're going for 4 or 5 days, that's how much I'll tell my neighbors, can you water our garden?
Yeah.
That's how much it's a therapeutical thing. It's just something I love as a farm boy, and nothing like what do we have, bagels and cream cheese, get two different types of talking too much, but
You're on a show, or it's a talk show?
Yeah.
Where we talk, so you can talk as much as you want. You can ramble on for many days.
I was outside. Laura told me not to talk so much. Yes.
Is she your agent or your talent
She's
scout?
supposed to talk, not me.
Penny told me to be still. Before I realized I invited to Zoom, I just picked my nose, so you get this perfect time.
I like those instruments behind you. That's very eclectic.
Thank you. I had to put them somewhere.
Is it like an old like a hat rack kind of on the coat rack bar that you got your fiddle hanging on there? That's official fiddle rack.
And the fiddles just happen to fit right down in there.
That's awesome.
And I've got a wrist on my other fiddle that I play mostly, but that helps. It works, and that helps me keep stuff off the floor. The cat hates that. It's a cat world. Yeah, the garden. I grew up in the country, in Sequoia County. If you ever read The Grapes of Wrath, John Steinbeck mentioned Sallisaw. That's where I grew up.
I think I had to read it in high school, but I don't know if I read it. I probably got the Cliff Notes.
That's long, man.
It's long, yeah.
I don't know. It took me 10 years to read one of his books because it was on the nightstand. It's Travel with Charlie, the autobiography of traveling across the country that he did in a camper with a big giant poodle named Charlie. And it's by the nightstand, so that was a red flag right there because I read a paragraph and fall asleep. 10 years literally to finish that book because I forget what I read because I only read a paragraph right, and then I wake up, try it again, and go back to sleep. So, yeah. Since I quit driving the truck, I had time to sit down and read it, and I've got some books going on by some friends that I'm really excited about finishing up what they've done. Self-published out of mainstream. One of them is about the legendary folk singer Oscar Brandt, who was a partner with Gene Ritchie and really was instrumental in creating the folk movement. There's a real popular picture of Woody Guthrie that shows Woody Guthrie, Will Gehr, Gene Ritchie, and Pete Seeger, and they're waiting to go on Oscar Brandt's show. And I just happened to be at a bookstore and found this wonderful collection of Revolutionary War tunes by Oscar Brandt. I thought, how cool is this? I bought it and posted a picture on Facebook, and his daughter sent me a friend request, and so we became friends. And she's written her book called The Folk Singer's Daughter, and I'm just starting to get into it, and it's fascinating. Arlo Guthrie taught her how to swim, and all these folk types hanging around, and an babysitter, So, but anyway, it's reading Steinbeck back to Grapes of Wrath, growing up in Sallisaw. I was amazed I could do that. Wow.
I told Laura that you were coming on, and I said, "Where's the book that Ernie we got from Ernie at Hartford?" She goes, "It's the bathroom. I'm not done with it, so got to go back in there." She's almost done.
Is she coloring it?
She's coloring it.
No. I got all John's coloring books, I do believe. I don't color in them.
Yeah, I don't even have all of them. I mean, I'm sure they're around here
No, I
someplace.
don't.
Check this out. This is from John's coloring book. And I did a little thing at the local country school and printed a bunch of these off.
That's Ernie.
Yeah, they colored it. The kids colored them and gave it back. I thought, how cool. You know, John's art is in a hillbilly school, so really nice kids coloring.
Yes, very nice.
Yeah.
That's hillbilly curriculum.
Hey, oh, the Writer's Digest gave me 4 or 5 stars on the content for that book and 5 of 5 stars for the artwork. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's
John,
awesome.
you're smart, man. And that was fast. So, well,
When
this
I
was
drew
fast.
that,
These
Oh.
things are
I got, yeah.
real button. It's probably one of the quickest things I've ever had happen for art. In less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Treasure that.
I made it.
Yeah. Yeah. Fast. That, you know, I could go on all night, probably take up all your time telling stories.
We have till midnight.
Ernie,
Oh.
there's no. Oh yeah, it's midnight. Yeah,
Let me get my notebook out. I'm kidding.
It does. Yeah, that is actually pretty accurate. Actually, we could go till midnight. There's no reason we shouldn't.
Well, that's a quick story, that real quick, and it has to do with the festival and the committee, and you know what we do. John does all the art. I do most of the writing. But I was working with John Hudson on the website and decided to do a blog and call it the Morning Bugle. And so I was hoping I could use the album cover, and I contacted some people. Well, Katie Harper Hogue, and she told me I would probably need to contact the copyright owner, which was Warner Brothers. So I contacted Warner Brothers, and they said, you're going to have to contact the artist, and this is he's probably dead, so you probably aren't going to go anywhere with this. I'm like, crap. And I emailed John like within 5 minutes, said, man, I need a banner, you know, for the Morning Bugle blog to build this website. How soon could you do this? And I mean, God, it seemed like 5 minutes, maybe.
I was probably drawing it whenever you were on the phone with me or talking to me. I was probably doing it right there. Sometimes people will call and talk to me for 20 minutes about the idea, and while they're doing it, I can almost get the whole drawing on paper.
I probably got off on a tangent like I am now.
Oh, and then and I just work well with certain people. Some people will give me an idea, and it takes me 6 weeks to do it, but for some reason, we just work well together, Ernie.
Well, it's up there on the website still, and you know, if you go to the website, click media, Morning Bugle blog, and you'll see that banner. So I emailed John back immediately and said, yippee, and then 10 minutes later, he sends me this, complete with the yippee.
Yippee!
And this guy we know in Kansas makes buttons, and he made a bunch of these things and had them shipped to the festival. We didn't know it was even going to happen.
Oh, yeah, we didn't know he was doing that, did we?
No, we didn't know.
What's his name again? What's his name again?
No, I didn't do this. I did not do this.
What was his name again, that cat?
Torch.
Torch, that's right.
Torch, yeah. He got his name by jumping over fires at the Walnut Valley Festival out in the campground. He jumped over fires and caught fire one time and ran off and called him Torch. But he was all right. He's a great guy. He's an electrician.
Jack, not so nimble.
Yeah, the Torch made buttons. So a few of those went around.
I have that button.
Yeah, you got that button? All right.
Yes, I do. My studio downstairs.
Ernie, you want to play another song for us?
Sure.
You got something to tell us, a story or a song, or what do you got? You got to do whatever you want to do, bud.
How about both?
All right.
Sounds great.
That's our friend Ernie Hill, you guys, from the Hills, Arkansas. Good buddy of mine.
Could be painting. I was hoping this song would conjure up an image.
All right.
Of something. It's about alien abduction. Yes, sir. I haven't had a voice in months because the oak pollen's the worst it's ever been in a week right now, so I'm going to have to switch gears till I find the right one here. It's a gospel song. It's called Jesus is Coming in a UFO. Maybe it's here. I was driving down the road one night and the stars were hanging low. I saw a flash on the horizon. I saw a shooting star come and go. Now we modulate down to D. There we go. Well, it suddenly got dark again, and I drove up on this old man. And he was walking fast, and I let off the gas, and I asked him to get in. Now he must be about 80 years old and he smelled like cheap port wine. And his eyes was big as saucers as he looked right into mine. And he passed me a bottle in a paper bag. He says, boy, you have yourself a drink. And as he slammed the door, I swallowed 3 or 4. He said, now let me tell you what I think. He says, Jesus is coming in a UFO. And I know that's for real. Cause an angel picked me up in Frisco, put me down in this field. They'll be driving all sorts of them flying machines like they did a long time ago. Jesus coming again and bringing all his friends and riding the UFO. He says he looks like some of those pictures of him. But some of his friends have wings. And now some are bald-headed, big black eyes. That made me all like dance and sing. He's gonna take back all his real estate. He's gonna clean up the earth like new. And there's a whole lot of crap. He says he's just gonna zap it. I hope he ain't talking about you. And he says Jesus is coming in a UFO. And I know that's for real. Cause an angel gonna pick me up in Frisco and put me down in this field. They'll be driving all sorts of them flying machines like they did a long time ago. Jesus comes again and bringing all his friends and he's riding with folks. He says the government's a great big church, trying to make him look real bad, and they've got this image of what they want him to be, and it's making him pretty mad. He says a spaced out, old time crazy ex-friend wants to take this earth and rule. You've been around so long, you gotta stick it wrong. You got everybody fooled. Now let him on the very next town. He just said farewell, friend. He says, now have a nice day and don't forget to pray so they can find you in the end. And when that gospel ship comes swinging down out of the sky, you have no fear, my friend. They were here before you. They know just what to do. So go ahead and get on in. And he says, Jesus is coming in a UFO. And I know that's for real. Because an angel picked me up in Frisco, put me down in this field. I've been driving all sorts of them flying machines like they did a long time ago. Jesus coming again and bringing all his friends and riding in the UFO. He says, you might think I'm a little crazy. And you might think I'm insane. And you might think I'm one of those annoying synapse flashes going on in my brain. Well, you might think I'm a living ghost or Santa Claus, ho, ho, ho. But I believe I'll know him when he comes again, driving that UFO. Now Jesus is coming in a UFO, and I know that's for real. Cause an angel picked me up in Frisco, put me down in this field. Now they've been driving all sorts of them flying machines like they did a long time ago. Jesus comes again, bringing all his friends riding the UFO. And oh.
Yeah. You write some great songs. I mean, that's quite yeah, that's quite the tune there. I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Just a crazy world, man. And, you know, if the mind couldn't crazy, I'd feel isolated in quarantine. You know?
Yeah. I agree. Oh.
Trigger. Whose horse was that?
Giddy up.
We have horses at our house, and we're trying to get rid of them. They've taken
Rhino
over
Silver.
the studio. And geese.
We're from Arkansas. Laura just finished the series Ozarks.
Oh boy, yeah. That's crazy, man.
Did you watch that?
We have. That's actually right across the state line of Missouri.
I'm
takes
sure.
place there, like at the Ozarks.
Uh-huh.
We're Dylan Hoff. You know Dylan.
Yeah.
He was MC one year and played with everybody in Bean Blossom. Red-haired young man.
Oh, we know Dylan. We know Dylan very well. Dylan Hoff is an amazing fiddle player and also quite a good guy. At the same time, kind of helps.
Yeah. Well, they Whispered Willows they were having a song considered for Ozark. It got shelved at the last minute for something else. I don't know if it was a serious issue or what, but they were just about on Ozark. That's the real deal, Phil. Like the Ozark.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but I've been to both shows.
Okay.
Tell a story about
You
that.
think that is a realistic story they're telling? The crime and
Yeah.
stuff that would be involved with those kind of industries?
You know, on the news in the last 2 or 3 days, there have been photographs of this huge pool party.
Yeah, I've seen that.
People crammed in. That was Lake of the Ozarks. That's a
Yeah.
Red Riviera, they call it. We don't go there.
No. I went there when I was a kid.
Yeah, not quite that adventurous. I mean, I can look at it from Google Earth and be happy. I guess. Anyway, so I'm usually on the other end of the interview thing, asking all these questions. I'm just dying to interview you two. And John, I did it way back there.
You can ask Phil any questions you like. I'll answer questions.
Okay. Yeah, Phil.
We see, we don't really know what we're doing. We just said we could have a show. I got the equipment, and I really miss Phil, so let's get together. And so the rest of it's just going to be improv and no redeemable value whatsoever, but a good time.
Yeah. Well, I wish, I don't know if, since it's Facebook Live, I guess, is that how you're doing this? Zoom?
Well, we do it. I go to Zoom, and then I just basically stream that to Facebook Live. Hopefully, it sounds okay, and people can hear us and are enjoying it. You know, there's Luca. Hey, Luca, come here. Hey,
So
Luca.
that'll be like archived for a day or something. We can go back and watch it later.
Oh, it stays on there forever until I delete it.
Okay.
I think it's good to have a record of what we're doing. It's fun. You know, all the concerts that the people are throwing, all the live music that everybody's doing, is all being recorded and kept. So you know there'll be like these dozen or so Vince Herman shows that you can always go back and watch again if you want to. You know, and see different time periods during this period in history. It's recording, and you know there's always conversation about what's actually going on a little bit. We don't do politics in here at all. We try to avoid the news if we can. It's pretty important right now.
We should thank the people who record this stuff so we can see that. So.
Well, yeah, Facebook in general, it's a cool service. I mean, you can do this, and then you can have that later. Like I said, it's like radio. For me, it reminds me of radio. You know, it's a kind of variety radio situation. But you can go back and listen to it again, which you can never do on radio.
I enjoy the radio still. I listen more radio than watching. So.
Did you watch the show again after we did it last time?
That horseshoes behind you?
Yeah, it is. But did you go back and watch our show last week after we did it?
No, I have not watched. I don't.
No, we shouldn't do that. That's probably not a good idea, right?
You know what? I don't watch anything on. I can't watch anything on computer screen. So no.
Yeah, no. And now you're on a show on a computer screen that you can't even watch.
I mean,
so gotta get one of the TVs that you can just send to your TV.
6 viewers to 4, so I think.
We did. I'm not worried about that. That's not what this is about.
Neither am I. No, I did not go back, and I should. But I think about it, like later on tonight. What did I do wrong?
Ooh, thank you. Where's that from?
I mean, I'm not. I'm,
Oh, I heard of it. They can be on the show if they want to be.
Me and Tech.
Oh, they just brought me pizza. Jim and Donna Lighthouse came
Thank you,
over.
John, for inviting me. And
it's actually it's super cool because it's
about 3 or 4 years.
At John Hartford, whenever you get a pizza while you're at John Hartford, it comes on a paper plate from Serena Champ and the 10-inch sausage truck, and it looks just like this. A little greasier, but so they brought me pizza on a paper plate. It's just like at Hartford.
I like it at Hartford and Vendor Row there on the gravel. Hopefully it rains a little bit because it gets dusty. But being there as a vendor, all the vendors want to here. Want some food? You want some food? It's very nice.
Mm-hmm. They're good people there. I want a lemon shake up.
Great people there. Great people. I recommend that festival to everybody. And people who travel around the United States always say Hartford's something special, and I do believe it is.
Yep.
Well, I'm actually glad there's a cap. You know, that will only ever be so big.
Yeah, they won't.
I hate to sound like exclusive. You know, I don't feel comfortable with that, but there's a certain number of people you can pack into a Volkswagen before someone's going to get their elbow caught in the door. And the festival's similar to that. You know, you can get so packed on fun for anyone.
We don't really want to give it the idea that it's some kind of party that you have to get to. It's a show that you want to be at because you want to be there. And you want to be there because John Hartford. You want to be there because you have an instrument, because you do art, because you like the people that are there. it's not a party that people go to because it's an opportunity to get high or to go crazy or to blow it out, stay up all night. I mean, we do that too, but it's not based on that, that's what makes it good. And people that are going to come, if there's only 2,000 tickets available, people are going to buy them, and they'll get them ahead of time. They'll be dedicated fans, you know.
Yeah. And we have preached from day one to imagine who you'd love to see sitting beside you, and bring that person. You bring someone you love, and keep doing that. I think that's added to the family feeling, the real family feeling.
Mm-hmm. I think so. People leave it with the idea that they're going to go talk to somebody that they want to be there with them, having that same experience.
Yeah.
And as part of the crew of setting it up, we get to kind of think about, like, God, who would we want to see play at this event? And we've been lucky through the years to have so many good musicians play, from, Hot Rise and to
Hot Rise was
Jesse McReynolds. I mean, there was some classic acts on those stages. Back to Tut Taylor back at the beginning. We didn't know what we had. Chris Hillman was there. We had a heck of a good. We've had an amazing lineup for every year.
Yeah, this was supposed to be this year. I already, like I said, Bad Livers. I was looking for.
But you've got artwork with John Hartford 2020 on it, don't you, Phil?
What's that?
You've got some stuff that you were making for this coming up festival, huh?
Well, I probably have 120, 150.
Yeah.
But you know what? I didn't put the date on them.
You could paint over that if you had to. And I do know, I have information. I know that we got most of the acts that are on the list. Most of them are coming back to the. There's 4 or 5 of them that aren't going to be in the fall party, as of now. But other than that, most of them want to be there no matter what. And they'll come back and they'll play for us whenever we can do it. Even if it's next year. Sam Bush, he'll get there one of these days, man.
Yeah. What? Earlier today on Tim Hurdle's channel, I was able to catch most of Billy Strings. I think that was his first appearance.
Yeah, the Don Julian. Mm-hmm.
Just a short-haired kid. Where'd this guy come from? Just incredible. Yeah. No limit to what he does.
Billy Strings.
Billy Strings.
Yeah. Got to meet him at Hartford. Very nice, short-haired kid.
Yeah.
Gave him a piece of my artwork. Do you mind signing this? And he would.
You think that there's a difference between a short-haired kid and a long-haired kid, other than just the hair? Come on, you guys.
And a bullhead kid.
Or bald head kid. Hey, here's hats off to the bald head. But I know he is wonderful. Billy Strings has always been kind. That was like when he played that show. That would have been 14 or so. He was he wasn't 14, but 2014. He was just coming into the scene. Nobody knew his name yet. He was just a side of a half of an act in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And
I did do with him leading up to that. It's archived at the Morning Bugle blog at the website, and he was very grateful, very patient with my questions, and he gave me some very complete, insightful answers. And I asked him if he had ever thought about entering the National Flatpick Championship in Winfield, Kansas, and he said no, because he wasn't good enough to enter a contest. I thought, wow.
He was still that way. He was talking about Brian Sutton that day, because Brian Sutton was out there that year. To play with McCurry's or somebody, and he was just so embarrassed on stage that he was going to be having to play in front of him. If Brian Sutton was somewhere watching him, it was going to be so embarrassing for him, But now Brian Sutton's like, wow, Billy Strings is on the next stage. I'm embarrassed,
Yeah, man, where'd they come from?
Yeah.
Got to see him on New Year's Eve with Green Sky Bluegrass in Chicago, and Billy Strings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once he played those shows, once they did that the Green Sky shows, we were never going to see him play at our festival again. That was the year before or the year after he played for us and was one of our headliners Friday or Saturday night, and then he just got big, and that's okay. We can't afford the big acts, but that's what keeps our festival special, because we're bringing those acts like Billy into the limelight of people pointing him out and saying, here he is,
He feels real. He feels real when I see him play. I mean, I expect a lot, and I got it. He seems humble I had just a good vibe, and the whole band together, not just Billy, the whole band.
Yeah, and for someone he just doesn't seem to have a whim for innovation. on his instrument and improvising, and it's all soul. It's not a bunch of rehearsed practice licks. It's his soul coming down to these strings, man. And then he'll turn around and sing some slow Doc Watson song.
Oh, his voice just pours out like gravy. It's got something there
Well
that
said, yeah.
nobody can match that voice he's got first. Especially a young kid like him, like, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, but back to what,
He'll be back.
we could say what would have been, I guess.
Right. Now, everybody assumes a lot, but all we do is enjoy.
Yeah. You never know when that it's been a long time. There's a little bitty town in Oklahoma called Roland, and it's right out across the Arkansas line. And when I was working in the baby food factory, I had this little 74 Toyota Celica ST11. Man, it could go anywhere. I could hop off the road and go through the woods, and it was just fun driving. I'd always stop and get a quart of beer after work, and I'm drinking on the way home. Because, I wasn't going to get drunk. I thought, I'm hot, I'm tired, I'm baby food, I'm scared to suppress some baby face all day long. I'm mad at it, I just want to get out of here. So I'd stop and I'd get a quart of beer and drive through Roland on my way home. Well, one day I stopped to get a quart of beer, and this guy ran a stop sign in front of me, and I had to swerve, beat on the tire, flipped me several times, and I landed in a ditch. Totaled my car, had one panel left, and broke my nose. I had a steel plate put in there. And after it was all over with, I told my dad, I said, it's probably a good thing I didn't stop and get a quart of beer that day. And Dad likes to drink drive, not heavily. He just,
Sure. Back then it was kind of a
but,
normal thing, yeah.
if you'd have stopped and got a quart of beer that day, you probably would have missed like the guy out in front of you. I thought, okay. Probably so. We will never know. You just never know, right?
Yeah, the open container laws happened during my lifetime. So I remember my grandpa actually moved to Florida because their open container laws weren't as stringent yet.
Yeah.
And that was he's like, I'm moving down there so I can drink in my truck.
Oh, yeah. My aunt owned a ranch down in Texas back in the day, and it was probably 17, 18 years old, and she picked us up in the pickup truck with a shotgun and open, have a beer. There's Texas is different.
It's Eileen's name.
78.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
My girlfriend's French. I already wrote it on there.
Yep.
1978? That's a long time ago.
With a cat and a dog behind me. And a woman over there. And it's a beautiful thing. It's right there. And Ernie.
Hey, Jim, how are you?
Hi. How you doing?
Come in and say hi.
Your book is like freaking phenomenal. I mean, it just like opened up my sense.
This is Phil, and this is Ernie. Guys,
Intuitions,
my
I
father-in-law, Jim Lighthouse, is in the room for just a second.
Hey, Phil.
That's Ernie there.
Hi, Ernie.
Hi.
Phil has left the room for a moment.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on.
Jim Lighthouse is my amazing father-in-law. We're so lucky. He's come over, brought pizza from our very own Donnie's Homespun Pizza.
Well,
Putting all the plugs in there.
well, we sure love Anthony and John. We sure raised a wonderful daughter.
Thank you.
And son. Yeah.
They're both pretty spectacular.
Yeah. And it's like, you meet a soul family when you run into someone it was just meant to be a brother or a sister.
There's a good chance you guys have met
Or probably.
at the Hartford, because Dad came to Hartford for this couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. The only time I have an open container now that I'm behind the wheel, I get on my tractor, and we have like 9 acres. It's kind of bowl shaped. It's partly wood and partly pasture, and every time you make a pass, it's different. So it holds 3 beers. And I'll work a little bit out there. And that's the only time I'm safe.
Yeah, of course.
I missed the breakfast at Summer Solstice. Hey, how you doing? Ranchos
Hey,
Primos.
Bill.
That's the only time I've ever had them in my life.
Wait, was it Rancheros?
Remember that. Your daughter made the black beans. Made black beans.
The refried beans, probably Pintos, probably
Remember that?
the refried beans, yeah.
Refried beans.
So this is our
I'm
show.
hungry now.
Yeah, that's from our own Donnie's Here Pizza. That's a good pizza here in Decatur. You know, I'm sure they're doing
Ernie brought
curbside.
up
They're probably even
Kansas.
eating on the patio at night.
Hey, Grass-Fed, a band Grass-Fed down in Kansas. Ever been to Kansas? Oh, Kansas. Hey, Jayhawks. Hey, Grass-Fed.
Yeah. The other Tobacco player, Jake's a friend of ours.
Okay.
We really enjoy them. They're not that far away.
Really?
3.5, 4 hours, I guess.
They know record guys, Phil. They in the neighborhood, yes.
Yeah, I tell people, do you know Phil? And they're like, Phil? And I go, the guy he paints on records. I know Phil.
Yeah. Wait, how do you two meet, if you don't mind me asking?
How do we meet?
Yeah.
Accidentally.
That's the best way.
At a festival, I'm sure. One of our festivals. I remember Nippersink being pretty early on. There was an art fair that was a little before that.
Yeah,
The art fair, was that earlier than Phil, you think?
I can't honestly remember. I know when I first met you, but
We can answer your
you know.
Big green can.
at Nippersink, you had the RV on to the left of the stage.
Yeah,
I
we
was
had
vetting, not even albums, yeah.
We were plugged into the stage power.
And walking sticks.
And Nippersink was going to have that. I actually have the walking stick downstairs still, Phil, from 2013. So that might have been when we met, or pretty close to it.
I got a bunch of walking sticks I'm doing. They're pretty sharp. I got them from anyway. But anyway, John's got it. I do believe, like in a contract in some of the festivals we go to. I won't vent unless I'm venting next to Phil. Is that true, John?
That's it's in my rider. If they ever ask me if I
But
have
I
any
would do the
needs or
same
wants,
thing. You hit it off. It's
my
a
only
beautiful
need or
thing.
want is if Phil Strada's
Because,
there, I'm
you know,
next
when
to
you
him.
meet somebody, it's all good. It's all good with John. That's all, Ernie.
If well, we were accidentally sitting next to each other at something, I'm sure, originally, and then just turned into a friendship. And then at Shoe Fest, we set up our booths together. It's one booth, and we just put the two easy ups together and zip tie them all up in one big room. It's a blast. That's my favorite setup of the whole year.
How about us? Ernie's on. I talk to you all the time, John.
Well, do you have any questions for Ernie, Phil? Does anybody out there in TV land have questions for Ernie? There's a few people watching still. I know Christy's out there and Machete's out there. Speaking of Shoe Fest.
Hey, Machete. Machete, thank you, Scott. Machete.
Now you're just doing thank yous over the top of Ernie's interview.
Anyway, we're going to have a raffle next weekend, John. We'll talk about that.
Well, I told people if they share the video today, I'll send them some stickers if they win the raffle, but they have to share the stickers to get the no, wait.
No, we're going to do a raffle next weekend. I have 2 garden signs and 2 albums that are raffle off. I don't know how we're going to do it with them.
Well, we just have them comment or maybe leave a message.
It's from Machete and Camp Shaw. Little thing next weekend. Are we doing it
to
again?
donate some money to somebody or to just to get some potato chips?
No, I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but it's. We'll figure it out.
So, again, we are here with Ernie Hill from Northern Arkansas. Very good friend of mine. National treasure, if you ask me. American treasure, whatever you might want to call him. He called me that originally. That's where I first heard that term. I had to look it up and stuff, and I was flattered. He's a really good friend, good musician. Got any new music you're working on, Ernie? Been writing stuff?
New music? Well, yeah, kind of do. Just happen to have the words right here.
If you got something new, we'd like to let you perform it for us. Feel free.
I'm taking up all your time.
We're here till midnight.
Gravity. If everything falls. Whoops. There we go. Turn around here. There. Don't run away. He used to have this dog, beautiful calico colored collie mix. His name is Shep. He was just loaded with personality. And every morning, before I go to work, he'd be out there waiting to say bye or whatever. You know, and always nice to say hi when he got home. But I wrote this song about trading places with him. Let's see what it might be like. So, let's see what happens here. Okay, it's called When I Was a Dog. Stepped out on the porch just the other day. I told old Chef to get out of the way. He was just laying there, cool and out of the sun. Now Shep wagged his tail when he looked at me. He got his frisbee so I could see, you know, the wet dog's talk he was telling me. Hey buddy, you wanna have some fun? I apologized to him for being such a jerk. I said, see you later, Shep. I gotta go to work. And as I drove away in the car, I looked over in the yard. Now he was chasing leaves, and I thought I wish that was me. Yeah, one day as a dog, I would just like to see what it would really be like to be a dog. Now I know there's a downside to being a pet, because nobody loves them when they're filthy wet. And it really felt good when our eyes met. What would it be like to be a dog? Now all of a sudden everything got bright as a torch. And when it all calmed down, I was laying on the porch, I was licking my paw. I could hear all the birds and frogs. And then I noticed the loudness of the wind chime bell. My nose was picking up all these strange smells. They were new things I saw. I was my dog. And then my wife said bye, Shep, and she got in her car. And I felt all betrayed, and I barked like, where are you going? Okay, fine. I think I'll pull your clothes off the line. So I tore out some dresses and I chased some squirrels. I sniffed the air for some doggy girls, no syllable woman. Not a trace so fine. Well, I know there's a downside to being a pet. Will anyone love me when I'm filthy wet? But I'm sure having fun. And I never will forget when I was a dog. Now for some canine reason I ran out of the field. Well, I dug in the dirt and the earth didn't give an old but sumptuous home. Maybe from last Thanksgiving. And then I smelled something awful. I tripped over a skunk. We emptied both barrels. Now I really stunk. I was so alone. Oh, this life I was living. Now suddenly I trembled. The sky rolled with a bone in my mouth. I lit out for the porch. It was raining lightning. I was stinking wet. Now Shep, my wife, they were back home by then. And I scratched at the door, and I howled, let me in. I was cold and frightened. I was nobody's pet. Oh, nobody loves me when I'm filthy wet. And when I get skunk sprayed, I'm nobody's pet. And I'll always call. Well, I never will forget when I was a dog. Now I should have heard coward, it became plain to see. That I was old Shep. And old Shep must be me. And as the lights went out, he was in there with her, no doubt. I felt angry and helpless, and I started to bark. I knew creatures were watching from out in the dark, and I howled through the fog. God, I don't want to be a dog. Because nobody loves me when I'm filthy wet. And when I get skunk sprayed, I'm nobody's pet, but I'll always come. And I never will forget when I was a dog. Not that moment I woke up in my own bed. Instead of kissing my sweetheart, I licked her instead. She licked me back and said, thanks for last night. You're mildly adventurous, lovely but strange. By the way, how'd you know Mr. Jones' dog has names? Never mind, I said that. You were really out of sight. Now I licked her again, and then I jumped out of bed. Jeff was there on the porch with his paws on his head. He knew he smelled bad. And he was laying on his tail. Now I knelt down beside him, got out his stomach, and I hugged him and kissed him, though his breath smelled like skunk. Now I really understood him. Never mind the smell. Cause I'm gonna love him when he's still wet. And when he gets skunk spray just to be like that, but I'll always call. And I never will forget when I was a dog. Yes, I'll always call. And I never will forget when I was a dog. Oh.
Yes, that's so nice, man. That's so nice.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ernie.
You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ernie Hill. Look at that.
That's smelling barbecue and lawnmowers. Wow.
That's what you smell right now, barbecue and lawnmowers.
Yeah. I like both smells, actually. It's beautiful.
Should have set up our booths outside today. It's like we were at some place. We should do that one night after the show. We just actually set our booths up in our yard.
Wow.
I would like to do that.
Sounds good to me.
I thought about it, and I miss it so bad. I miss it so much, setting up and getting the yard out and let everybody see it and just talking to everybody and visiting with everybody and all that. That part of it is just it's so good for me.
Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah.
It's just feel. I go in the garage and look at my tents and the canopies and I turn away. It's just that like, hold on. But that setting up and seeing friends you haven't seen, it's
It'll be
real
back.
high. It's a real high. It's a adrenaline rush for sure.
Yeah, I like it. I love this concept. You know, it's we're remote anyway, and our kids live about 3 hours away in two different directions, and our daughter on Sunday nights has been organizing a Zoom game. So we've been playing categories, and we did a Joe Exotic trivia game that she made up, which was kind of fun. But it's cool sitting there, you know, with your kids, and you know it's not safe for them to venture out, particularly where they are in these hot spots, and that we can at least see each other, you know, and talk.
I hope as it gets warmer that people can actually abide by all this idea and stick around, stay inside, try to, you know, do it. It's not being so well received by a lot of people, unfortunately. You know?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't understand it really. You know, I used to be a smoker, and I was real conscientious of other people's space when I smoked, and I'm glad I quit. I quit before I met Patty, so that's like 36 years ago.
Good for you, Ernie.
Yeah, feel better, gained 50 pounds. The food tastes better, you know. But I'm still conscious about people's space, you know, and I'm thinking, you know, we went and got pad thai the other night. You know, it's the service thing with the distancing, and I was the only one there with a mask for a while. I pulled the order in and kind of timed it, went out and stood in line. You know, I felt okay, but you know, it's just a hard. I mean, I know we don't want to, we've had an up peak in the number of cases in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Affecting that space, you know.
It's kind of spacey, I call it. And I mean, I don't know. I live in a city-ish area, and I see so many people having 10, 20 people in the backyard. And
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I wear a mask when I go to stores, obviously, but to see this and there is no real answer. It's mind-boggling. I think They're pretty smart, and I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't even like talking about it, but I don't know.
My heart goes out to all the people like you and John and the musicians, the people that count on social situations to be able to make a living.
Yeah.
And, with the streaming music, I have just a tiny idea. After writing the book, I had somewhat of an idea of how many people were trying to get a song published, and now I'm seeing how many people were counting on a gig. And, I could sit here, with no money and wish I could pay everybody I see, that's doing a live stream. And, that's kind of where we are. That will get worked out.
Yeah.
I think there are organizations who are trying to build a clientele to solicit donations to distribute.
Yeah. Support the artists. Support John Griffin. Support
Both-
Freddie who writes books. Support Phil who does albums and wood art. Support that. Staying at home. My girlfriend does. She supports bands, buys shirts, hats, whatever. Hey, you're saving money. If you can, support the artists. They need it. They're struggling. Not struggling, but yeah. Do it.
The thing is, we're still making art. That didn't stop. Whenever everybody stayed at home,
Heck, we're all
and
home
stopped
all
their
the time
jobs,
anyways.
we stayed home and kept making art. And I think it's getting better. I think it's obviously the stuff I'm making is changing. So it's a forced sabbatical from our crazy lifestyle.
There it is. There's more.
Oh, I got that one too. I love stickers. John's got great stickers.
They're fun. They're fun. I love my stickers. That's random. That's always random. It's usually like I'm sitting around. I don't feel like doing anything else. I'm like, you know what? I can make a sticker today. And then everybody will pitch in and they'll get paid for. And
Another John Griffin.
that's an interesting version of it. It's got a white border around it.
Mm.
Where'd you get that from?
I got a bunch, John. You might already have your own. Look at it. Steep Canyon Rangers, great lineup. Jeff Austin.
Yeah, the Grateful. Travel McCurdy with Jeff Austin, the Grateful Ball, and Jeff Austin Band. I'm sure probably that year too. Man, that we were blessed with him for those
Got
years
to meet
playing.
Molly Tuttle. Wow. And
Yeah.
Musician.
Kyle Tuttle wants to do the fall festival.
Got to meet
I don't know if I just made an announcement or not, but
Keepers.
are Kyle Tuttle and Molly Tuttle related? Is that the?
I do believe Michael Cleveland's blind. He signed a pick for me.
He's mostly blind. Yes, very mostly.
Mostly.
Yeah.
He signed a pick. Get him home, and yeah, it was very nice. Very great band, great people. Won a couple Grammys, I do believe. Michael Cleveland.
Sure.
Is he what?
Nothing. I didn't say.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is like in between. This is what we do at our booth. We just sit and talk. And it's just what we do. That's what this is all about. It's just a continuation of our life because we can't hang out together, so we're doing it this way. It was pretty good for us.
This is every Friday.
It's Friday, and then after the show's over, he thinks it's all good. Then I go into bed and cry and go, "Come on, where's my hug?"
Well,
Yeah, we missed that part too, of course. But we're still
No negativity, no more. Let's.
because honestly though, Phil, listen to this though. Honestly though, because of this machine and us talking this way, we've talked more this year than we would in a normal year. Because normally we just wait until the festival's coming up, then we would talk to each other a little bit before and after them, but mostly just during. I don't know. I think it is good that it's forcing us to hang out one way or another.
yeah.
I've never been on Zoom. I've never talked and chatted online or anything like this, and people are still laughing at it. Until we
There's a
did the
few.
first Zoom, the first episode. This is 3, and that's been 3 weeks. It went by fast. I look forward to it. Actually,
Well, me too. Me too. I was excited and happy to be a part of it. I know I've taken way more of your time than I should have, but I appreciate the opportunity.
Oh, I'm not gonna play you off or anything like that.
Yeah. Not gonna bring the cane out and.
It's not like. All right, ladies and gentlemen. No, we don't do that necessarily. We're learning as we go. We're just having fun, but then.
throw it back there.
Sorry, I know it doesn't sound great. I'm just playing with my sound effects. It's fun.
This is Ernie Hillum from when I first met him, 2016. He wrote on the bottom,
I missed that one.
Phil.
Oh, I got
You got that? You got it too?
yeah.
But I think when you wrote it goes on her wall. There's one of your walls, but yeah.
Whoa.
For sure, man. I think they with Leroy Troy was there too. Hey, Ernie. Yeah, nice.
Had that on the wall. I don't know how the view is.
That's looking good. That's good.
And
Yeah.
then Ernie.
Yeah. I just went, Sacred Songs by the Chuck Wagon Gang.
Nice.
Yeah, something like that.
It's, and I treasure that.
Support the artist. Much love, Ernie. 2016. That's first. Yeah.
He has been doing.
In the background's going. Be quiet. Let Ernie talk. It's not your show.
Phil's been doing his records for a long time.
Yeah. The concept is amazing. We have a couple others that we picked up at festivals that are different, that are art. And Phil's explosion of colors is what it blows me away, man.
Yeah.
I
Every
love
time I see him, he's got some kind of new style he's doing on his records. I mean, it's awesome to kind of just be like subscribe to it,
Mm-hmm.
Art in the eye of the beholder, like music. It's a beautiful thing.
It is. The music, we do the Songwriters Challenge every year, in which we challenge songwriters to write a song with either John Hartford's name in it or one of 30 song titles that we choose. And
you give him a list of song titles at the beginning to include in the songs.
Mm-hmm. They don't have to use all of them, just one or the name, the complete name.
Sure.
Yeah, the reason we did that, the first couple of contests, we were getting so many entries of cover songs that John did. So we thought, we want people to explore John Hartford. That's why we're having this contest. We want them to explore his lot of music and write about it, or maybe, or not, or just utilize those components in a creative way. And when you get down to the top 20, this year, I believe the top 20, any one of those songs could have been the number one song probably, because they were all so wonderful.
I think after doing it for 4 years, they're starting to realize that's what we're looking for, and they hear those songs that we pick. They're more about the writing and who he was than right. I mean, so you think they're getting better as we go on?
Yeah. We've archived, I think, 110 songs over the years that people have written in honor of John Hartford that are on the website at the hartfordfest.com under contests. Select Songwriters Challenge and scroll down to the very bottom of that page. There'll be an archive list of the years that we've taken the top 10 finalists and put their music on the website. It's all there.
Yeah.
So anytime you want. And Sunday, I'll be putting up the 2020 top 10 with our winner, Beth Watts Nelson from Olathe, Kansas, who she was a top 10 last year with a song of hers. So I'm excited about that. So she sent me her interview, and that'll all be up, and folks can go there and read about them and get inspired to enter the next one.
Yeah.
Win John Griffin Art, win tickets, and win fame.
Right. Come to a heck of a good time. I mean, I think that's a big part of it, is just being part of that good time.
Yeah. 1 year they had the board there, and the contestants got to dance on the board, or stand on the board that John Hartford danced on. Remember that year, John?
Yeah.
I don't know whatever happened to that board. I think it's a museum somewhere.
The one that he actually had, I wonder who brought it that year. Was it something Katie had, or was it a?
I want to say Katie had it.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not sure. I don't think it was Hotsy, but I met a guy that actually mocked that for the first time. He traveled with John Hartford's band in '71 or '72. It did sound. And he's about 80 now, and he plays cowboy music, and he's at the Walnut Valley Festival every year. And he just told me a fascinating story about getting the microphone set right, build that
for the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would take meticulous amounts of time to get the sound right before he dance on it and perform. You know, Hartford.
Ernie,
Yeah.
Ernie, forget a sec. We live in Illinois. You live in Arkansas. What other bluegrass festivals do you recommend south or in the Midwest?
Well, first off, in the Midwest, in Winfield, Kansas, is the Walnut Valley Festival. It's held the third week of September every year. It's the second oldest festival in the nation, next to Bean Blossom. And it's the home of 8 different national and international instrument championships. It's been a springboard for unknown artists that reached fame, like the Dixie Chicks and Nickel Creek and Mark Connor and some of these people, you know, Jim Jam, that played at Hartford a couple of years ago with the Irish people. Steel Wheels, well, they packed the main stage. It holds about 4,000 people. It's a big festival. It's about 17,000 people on about 700 acres. It's on a peninsula at the Cowley County Fairgrounds. So there's rough camping, there's primitive, you know, there's a few hookups if you get there early enough. We're there 13 days for a 4-day festival. We've been going for 35 years. And
Wow.
yeah, I work for the festival as a staff writer, and I've been doing story songs there for the last 4 years. And set to do it this year. They will announce in June whether or not it's going to happen. They're still kicking it.
They're still talking about it too, kind of on the edge.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, yeah, and also Hillberry Music Festival in Eureka Springs is I've never been. We've always been somewhere else, but the lineup there's incredible. It's a beautiful setting, and I don't know the ones. And we also have the Peacemakers Festival in Fort Smith, Arkansas, which is gaining popularity. It's a good roots music festival, and also the Fort Smith Riverfront Blues Festival has reached national prominence. If you like, in the blues, nonstop.
Well, I hope I make one of those. I heard good things about the one in Kansas. My friends from Grassfed had mentioned some about that, and Hillberry also, and whatever. I enjoy those kind of low key but classic musicians.
They're neat places too. Those are good locations where those are held at. Are beautiful locations too.
You know, our friends from the Steelville, Missouri area, like Lewis, Lee Watson, who is a big volunteer at the festival. Clyde
we love
Gill,
Lee Watson. Yes, we do.
Or Warren.
In Trinity.
does a monthly show in his barn loft, and he built this barn to be a stage. It's cool. It's a barn plus it's an upstairs loft stage, and he has this huge concrete porch outside for outdoor events that he sprays down with water. It's cool. And then Clyde Gill, who runs the Peaceful Beer Winery, was scheduled to have his first a resurgence in the festival he'd done years ago, but under a different name, a Roots Festival, and Sam Bush was scheduled to play there. That would have already happened.
I just did the artwork. I did the artwork for that a couple months ago and helped him with that, and it just
yeah.
So many times that's happened so many times.
Yeah. So and then there's the John and Phil show every Friday night. It's live on Zoom. Phil Strodes and John Griffin. So.
Yeah, we're something else. We're not sure what we're attempting to do, but it's working out okay. So
Yeah. Well, having folks to talk to. I love what you're doing. I love your setting. I love the background behind both of you, and knowing that your hearts are in art and letting it in peace. And there's a lot of people that would enjoy sitting in and talking.
Ernie, that's Ernie, John. That's Chester.
It's Chester.
He's waiting for
It's
Frisbee.
Chester.
Go play, Mom.
Come on, it's Chester. Chester's theme.
That's all. Say good night. And I appreciate you putting up with me for so long.
Oh, of course, Ernie. You're more than
Ernie,
welcome.
thank you.
You're
great
not.
to see you.
You are a highlight of my life. I'm super glad you're part of it, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, that feeling is reciprocated 100,000,000%, Brother John.
The song about Jesus and the UFO, I think that's pretty much spot on.
Thank you. Love, Ernie. Have a great weekend. Have a great summer and safe. And I'll see you before you know it.
Yeah.
You bet.
Yeah.
And we'll look at you. Okay, man.
All right. Love you,
Thank
brother.
you, Ernie.
I don't know how to leave.
It's okay. You're good.
I guess I'll just leave. Oh, there's a button that says leave.
Hi, Ernie.
Bye-bye. Love y'all.
Night, Ernie.
Good night.
Oh, right. That was our good friend Ernie. He's one of our good buddies, and we love Ernie. He just he writes music. He's always so supportive of what we do. He tries to always be supportive, and you gotta love people who are supportive. You know, it's I don't know. There's Laura. Hey, Laura, welcome back to the show. Laura's our side guest.
I'm in a standstill for Mr. Strauss. Did he say who this beloved piece came from?
No, he didn't even mention it.
I know.
I'm surprised he has it on film. It's his table.
Well, I
little
won't let him smoke out of it because I don't want to clean the glass. The glass will never be so clean, and it's such a beautiful piece of art.
You think the Pink Panther all looking stoned?
Maybe I need to get stoned. I'm out of here.
All right. Well, where's Phil? What's he doing? Oh, he's back.
Right here. No, I just had to go to the bathroom. It was great, Ernie. That was very cool.
Oh, Ernie's awesome, man. I put his link there in the pinned comment.
He
So
put me
people
on
can see
split
him.
screen. I'm a little screen. How did I get a little screen?
What are you on, big screen now?
I never touched anything. I was little both times.
Well, it's okay.
Split.
It's not
wait
about
till-
size.
down a little bit.
Trying to check out the link for the YouTube for Hartford. It's been a little bit confusing, but it's working. It's great videos.
Do you see me?
Do I see you there at the thing?
Oh, right now. On the thing right there.
Are you? I'm fine. Yeah, you're still there. You closed the window again or something, I think.
Okay. No, okay. I probably did.
No. So what's next for you? What are you up to this evening?
Gonna cook dinner, just chillax. I go to bed early. A lot of things I want to do tomorrow. I'm an early riser.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I should be.
With a cocktail on the deck. It's cool outside. I don't put socks on and a sweatshirt, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's my destination.
Or just you and me.
Just me and you. We're live still.
We're live. Okay, just you and me anyway.
If it was just you and me one way or another, we're live. It don't matter.
All right. We're still live?
Yeah.
Okay,
nobody else responded to
kick
the
back,
invitations.
look at did a lot of garden work and got to pull weeds, but it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, just got a lot of art on my head. I got to post a lot of stuff tomorrow. I'll put garden signs up, everybody. I sent a bunch of stuff out. And I'm going to have new stuff out tomorrow. So buy it, and I'll ship it out.
Did Jenny B get that bee house?
No, it's still sitting here. I wrote her, and I got no response.
All right, I'll give her a couple more days, then I want it.
There's not if you respond and you want it. I wrote everybody. You want it? Give me your address. I'll send it before you pay me. You can just
pretty much.
And then you pay me.
Hey, Phil, have you ever met Ron Cullum and Bev?
Who?
I don't know if you've ever met Ron and Bev. You guys, Ron and Bev, they stay down, and he just came in the room. They live down in Southern Illinois. I think they live in Southern Illinois or somewhere. I only see them in Southern Illinois. Man, I don't know if you've ever met them though. They're good folks, man. I don't know if you guys know Phil or not, Ron, but this is my good friend Phil I do the show with.
Hey, Ron, how you doing?
He's another art booth that's usually set up with me, and good people, real good people that would be.
Good.
He was just saying that it was going to be his first show in Hartford this year. He would have been there today with us, and that it's of course, it did happen, so he didn't, but
You can tell by tone of voice on certain friends are real good people.
with the way I say their name or the way that.
Oh, just anybody like if I said something. Real good people. That
It is. And it's, I only know when sometimes you have people that you know and you have lots of different memories of them, and sometimes you have memories of people that aren't very fun and they kind of give you that vibe, but these folks, like, I don't have any memories of them that weren't a good time. I guess that's like me and you.
Oh, I think whoa.
Me and you, where we go and what we do, and we get together and hang out, we always have a good time, Yeah, he said he met you at Shoe Fest a couple times. You'd know him if you saw him.
I know that.
They're good folks. They're real good
I'm
folks.
glad for everybody. I mean, it's my fingers killing me, my back's hurting, but it's a great day.
Yeah, after this, I think I'm going to sit in the backyard for a while until it gets dark.
Yeah, we put on WXRT and Laura in the house. Then we'll put on our festy bands. We support all the local bands. She buys merch. We get to knock on the door every other day or something. Not just Amazon, but yeah, music time. I like my XRT, but the lawnmowers are going on around here.
Yeah.
I cut my grass 3 times in 3 days. We have helicopter trees. You know what those are?
Oh yeah, sure. We got them too.
Never gun.
We got a big mess right
I
now.
like to go in the back. It's not work for me, gardening.
Yeah.
Doing stuff like that. I like getting up at 4 by 10 o'clock. Yeah. Yep. I look forward to Fridays. You want to do it again, Friday?
Yeah, of course, of course. I asked
Okay.
Laura what she meant by Santa Claus. I think she's looking at the chicken painting.
It's her Friday. She's,
I get it. Ain't no worries.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't understand sometimes.
In about a half an hour, I think Cody's going to go on at 7.
Okay.
And the Hartford feed's playing all weekend. I'll be trying to pick that up. I think that you've got to kind of keep your eye on it, though. Like on his page, it pops up at randomly. I got to figure out how to get it
I'm
streamed.
terrible. I gotta get. This is 3 weeks. I gotta promote. Yeah.
Yeah. We got to do just a whole lot of waiting now, I think it seems. You guys got toilet paper and stuff?
What?
You got toilet paper and stuff?
Out here, there's no issues. I mean, we have an Hispanic grocery store. They have everything. They have so much meat. I know the guys there. It's just amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
chicken and the ground beef. And what if I go to Aldi's or Jewel? They have no ground beef, and people are bitching. I don't say anything, and I go, La Chiquita's, great store.
I saw this. There was a guy in front of me, and he had a bunch of
I
meat.
have a grocery store a block and a half away in a gas station in the
Yeah.
middle of a neighborhood. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. And zoo and a water park.
We don't have a water park, but we got a zoo. Like that's pretty cool. We got to come to
Phillips
your.
Park. Everybody knows where I live. Hey, everybody, come on by, buy some artwork. Come and check out my yard.
Just because they know the neighborhood doesn't mean they can find your house. It's not like it's all colorful. You know what it probably does? It's probably marked on the outside. I can find it.
Well, it's a gated community. That's for sure.
Yeah. If I drove past your house, I
Yeah.
know it was yours. I have a feeling.
You have to have the password in sign language. You just go like this.
Well, shit, man. It sure is good talking to you, Phil.
Good to talk to you, John.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Phil and Jon Zone. Hopefully next weekend I'll have the album finished.
Yeah, maybe we'll have our actual guests that keep kind of promising me that they're going to do the show, but they haven't done it yet.
If not, I'm going to learn. I'm going to get guitar lessons.
Okay, we'll get Pete to your house, or we don't have to even worry about it. We had good music tonight. We had two good musical guests tonight. We had Nolan Strupak and Ernie Hill. That was pretty awesome. That was my first day at Hartford. That's what it would be like anywhere. I'd hang out with Nolan. I would hang out with Ernie. And you.
I think I have to call Eddie Vedder and Robin Zander, if anybody knows who. Hey.
What about, I might have to be able to talk to somebody named Nielsen.
Ooh.
If we could get Miles.
It might be you're rusting my heart.
If we could get Miles Nielsen to come on the show, I mean, we could try to talk to his dad and to come on the show. I don't have any connections to him necessarily.
No.
But I could ask.
I don't. No, I saw Cheap Trick on New Year's Eve at the Double Door. What a beautiful thing. $100 all night. They played for like 2.5 hours, and some of my friends don't like Cheap Trick, but Cheap Trick rock.
I bet it was a great show.
Or on New Year's Eve, anybody there? I don't know the dates. Double Door's closed. I got stories upon stories. We probably need 4 episodes for the Double Door stories and the Metro. Beautiful
I
times.
bet you saw cool bands come through there.
Oh yeah. Rolling Stones played there, and my buddy was a music promoter, Chris Peace, everybody know, and he couldn't. His wife couldn't get in. They're limited tickets. I got more stories about that. So
The stories are fine. We got stories are great. Stories are what keep people paying attention. I guess they're what keep me paying attention. That's why we hang out. That's what we do. We just sit and talk, and then we tell all the crazy
I have
stories.
the bogus thing when I drink, which I'm drinking, I can't have a cigarette. I gotta leave the room, and I don't smoke. I didn't drink yesterday. Didn't drink yesterday. I don't smoke cigarettes, and when I drink, I smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. What if like would be really good. The coolest thing we could do.
Dog food. It's weird. We go to the Laura does the thing with the food. You just order it and they bring it out to your trunk. You know, show them the receipt. You don't have to go in. You don't have to talk to anybody.
Yeah. I don't like going to the store. It makes me. I had to go to Dollar General today and get cat food, and it made me so anxious and just uncomfortable. I love everybody who works in there. We're all friends. I still don't like it.
Ask all the time. I see my neighbors. It's not like we're hugging and kissing, but I talk about the virus. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people, 1 minute you do this and 1 minute you do that. You know.
Yeah, I just watch it.
Social distancing, like I said I wasn't going to say it, so don't.
It's okay. It's not political. That's just social. That's what people have the problem with right now. They're connecting the political to the social stuff, and it really shouldn't be connected.
No political, no virus talk. Yeah. How about the Strokes? You know the Strokes, the band The Strokes?
Sure, I saw them once.
Yeah. You seen them?
Once. Oh, I left in the middle of their show, though. I was really tired.
I couldn't fall asleep. I don't know. Now, I forgot it, but yeah, the Strokes. We'll probably be on the deck. We will be on the deck putting on WXRT, great station. And the Lizard. Hey, Megan P, if you're on there on the Lizard. 88.9 Chicago radio station. Yeah, the Strokes. Catchy song. They haven't played in 5, 6, 4, 3, 2 years. Good song.
We went to an all-day festival, and they were the last band one night. And
I know. I mean, Laura just asked them. It's supposed to be a Hartford weekend. I'm sorry.
No, we were there. We were there to see the Strokes, and they were the last band. It was the Beastie Boys and the Violent Femmes and Bad Religion and like 17 other bands that we weren't too sure of. The Yeah Yeah Yeahs, Yellow Card, all these kind of punk-heavy bands. And we wanted to see Bad Religion, and we wanted to see the Beastie Boys, but they played at opposite ends of the whole day, so we went to the whole event. And the Strokes came on last, and when they came on, they were good, but we couldn't make it about 3 songs, so we had to get in the car and start driving. It was just too long of a day. Pre-festival life.
It's all in the eye of the beholder. You got the right vibe, right feel. One thing. Might want to stay for a song and see. Last thing we saw that I thought was You and Me and is Bending is just a Pecky London and a little drizzle. You know, we want to stay for a song. I've heard of them, and that was pretty good at Shoe Fest. It was stuff like that. You don't know, and you go, wow, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, live music.
Yeah, live music, yeah.
Can't wait. I mean, I can wait. I'll wait. I'm patient. But that's the thing I miss the most. My job isn't all about the live music. It's about just making the art. I can ship paintings and do art from here and do design work and stuff like that. But that's the funnest part of my job, was the music and what we do. You know, place to place and set up art and talk to people and meet so many interesting people that you can't even imagine.
Yeah, I mean, part of the thing is loading and setting up and just knowing you're going to talk to people. I mean, like Hartford, I may go people watch. I love people buy my art. I mean, it
makes you feel good. It ain't no lie. It makes you feel good to get a piece of art sold.
Split the screen. Laura's going to sit here for a second while I have a cigarette, John. Hey, everybody, talk to Laura.
Toast.
So Laura, what's been going on, Laura? This is Laura's moment. Hold on a second.
Okay, can I share my most favorable moment from Hartford?
Hold on a second. Laura from Aurora. All right, you're in. What's your most favorite moment from Hartford?
Okay, my most favorite or memorable moment actually is when our first year at Hartford, probably 17. Anyways, Rumpke Mountain Boys I had never heard of trash grass. Maybe I have, maybe I hadn't. I wasn't sure, but I never heard about it or watched them play how they had played. So, anyways, they went up to the pavilion. Before the pavilion even was an artist's refuge or a bar, was made into a bar. It was just a pavilion. So these guys that I had watched, never heard of before, were up there, and it was a cold, drizzly night. I run down to our campsite, which is down in the gorge, collect all my vodka. Like vodka, you know. I mean, I think I even got Jody K's vodka. So, and I run back up in the hill with all this vodka. And they go, we don't like the clear stuff. We only like the dark stuff. So, true story.
So you had to drink it all yourself. That was your most amazing, best moment ever at Hartford? Are
Well,
you
I
fucking
actually
bullshitting
got
me?
to sing with, I actually sung with the boys as well. In the pines, where the sun never shines.
That's good that you remember that, Laura. I'm glad you're a part of that and everything we do. You're fun.
Yeah, well, Rumpke, I'm sure will remember it one way or another. Anyways.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Very,
Laura's always part of what we do when we do what we do. Laura's there.
very, John.
We almost have to get Phil set up where he can be like outside smoking.
Yeah, no, don't talk about smoking. Man. It's
Unless you don't want to smoke, Phil, and that's even better.
I know. Well, I don't know. Only when I drink.
Yeah.
Right, it's beautiful outside. I mean, actually chilly outside. Like I said earlier, but it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Good night to sleep in.
Yeah.
We haven't turned the AC on yet.
What? Well, you're pretty far north. We have. We turned it on a couple days ago. 2 days ago.
In the studio in the basement, man, I put socks and shoes on. You haven't been over, you gotta come over. You know, I never shoot pool. We got a pool table and a little mini bar. And some people have been over there. Small. Yeah, I want to do that. You're doing, yeah, it's mine. It's doing it in public. Alright.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go off the air. We appreciate everybody coming
I was just
tonight
about
for the
to
Phil
say
and
that,
John
yeah.
show. We really enjoy doing what we can for you when we can and while we can. And we hope you all have a good
Right.
time. Tune into the Chicago Farmer feed and the John Harker feed. Buy any art you see behind me or Phil. Just let us know.
Good to see you.
Scooter's here?
Scooter.
Scooter?
There's your John.
Buddy?
There's your John.
Little dog just got here.
Oh,
Yeah,
little puppies.
Yeah. Nice
Yeah,
Scooter
she's
boy.
waiting to play frisbee.
Scooter boy. Scooter. What's up, buddy? How you been, man? Well, everybody on Facebook, have a great time. Thank you for showing up. We appreciate
Thank you, everybody.
Nolan Strupek and Ernie Hill for coming on the show tonight and doing performance and talking and telling stories. And we all wish we could be someplace else, I'm sure, but we're here. So thanks for being here. And I'm going to end that now and in peace. And then me and Phil are going to talk about we'll tell the good jokes after you guys are gone.
Peace, everybody.